Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond Wishes and Wilds. I am your whimsical DM, Victoria, and we're going to play some D&D tonight. But before we do that, we are going to do our little announcement reel and have a little recap. So, Kristy, if you could be so kind as to roll that clip.
Good evening, and welcome to the show. Let's get into our pre-game announcements. Proficiency Bonus has a community Discord with public channels. Please come check us out and hang out with us. We're always welcoming new GMs, players, and other friends to our fan family. All experience levels are welcome, from veteran gamers to total newbies. And we are a safe place for POC and LGBTQIA+ nerds and gamers, so come geek out with us, and you'll be the first to know when we are posting castings for new games. Big thanks to Suncraft for providing our games with music each week. The Suncraft bot plays music and soundscapes in your Discord call, and its interactive buttons allow you to control the audio with ease. We love Suncraft here. He really pops off sometimes, so go check it out for free now.
Please check out our other games. We stream almost every day here at Probo. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules, as well as homebrew games, and some of our games feature systems other than 5e, like Star Wars, Power Rangers, and Alien. Come watch all of our VODs over on our YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month. Also, big thanks to Syrinscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Syrinscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. Go to Syrinscape.com to find out more. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for supporting Proficiency Bonus. And now, back to the show.
We're back! Thank you very much, Kristy, as always, for your amazing video editing skills and announcement reel. With that, I will kick it off to our resident recapper, Inc., to give us a recap on episode 1 of Beyond Wishes and Wilds. It wasn't too crazy, so I'm sure there's not like a ton, but go for it.
It wasn't too crazy. So yes, we have begun our new campaign, kicking off right where our old one left off, as we follow characters after a supposed happily ever after, but there is still more work to do back on the material plane beyond their wishes and wilds. So, having returned back to where it all began for our original party members, in just the small village of Amphale, the party sought out old family and friends to see how long they had been away in the Feywild. They saw some buildings had been expanded, businesses had changed owners, and it would seem that perhaps some members of the Zentarum have found their way around Amphale's small little village outskirts. The party went onward to find Dawn's family in their own plot of land to sort of get an update on how things have been. It would seem that the party has been gone for the better part of a year, about 9 months. In that time, Dawn has several new family members, with even more on the way, including a little sibling. But we also were able to learn that without Don's aid with his job in Waterdeep, sending money back home to the family, they quickly started to struggle and had a lot of trouble feeding all of those many hungry satyrs. And so Don's father, unknowingly or unthinkingly, took out a loan with the Zentarum in exchange for handing over their land as well, not having really taken any look at the contract or what anything would entail. After a very tense, admittedly, conversation over some very good food, Dawn said that he would get to the bottom of this, but he was not the only one that had some interesting news upon their returning home. For we also learned that Clover's family have taken over the business of what was the business called, Kristy?
It was Merrill Bar, Eggs and Fresh Fowl. So now it's called Brightheart Eggs and Fresh Fowl.
Yes, after a apparently very sudden, accidental death of the previous owner. So that's also definitely not suspicious or anything. We have yet to get to the bottom of that as well. But so it was mostly last time just the characters refamiliarizing themselves with the home that they left behind. Oh, I guess I should also say that there is apparently a very haunted house in the woods that the kids that were investigating close to it were hearing, like, weeping sounds and wailing, and there's creeping shadows everywhere. No big deal though. Ego will take care of that probably.
Yeah, there's nothing to investigate. Everything's fine.
So while our adventurers were away saving a land of fairies and whimsy, they have come home to some rather grim truths. Happily ever after is not yet really in sight, as there is still more work to be done.
Exactly. Thank you for that recap. So for all of my helpers, Kristy with the overlays and intro reel and the announcement reel, Ink with the recap, Iris with the deal keeping, and Graph on DJ. You guys can all have player inspiration, the regular kind, for your contributions to the stream. So, when last we left off, you guys had just left the Revelry commune, and you were back on the winding road from their sort of like isolated estate. Estate's not really the right word. It's a bunch of like Vardos and random little like cottages that are just like out in the woods, because the satyrs know that they get loud at night with the parties, so they're just like, we're not gonna build in town. But you guys can start heading back to town at this point in the day, and because you guys did spend most of the last session with the Revelry family, we're probably looking at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Like, we're starting to get into that golden hour time. But yeah, now is the time if anyone wants to have any conversations before you get back to the village proper. Otherwise, we can head right back there.
Nah, I think Don is pretty, like, sight set on the next goal.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Clover's disassociating as she's heading towards her family home.
Yeah. Sure. Did you want to go to the Brightheart home, or did you want to go to one of the Brightheart businesses?
Is there any, like, windows in the first business in the grocery store? Can I just go look?
Yeah, there are windows. So if you wanted to go there, you could.
I'm gonna go look and see who's there.
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
I won't go in until I have a better idea, but I want to at least, like, be nosy.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll take you guys, like, again, that, like, 15-20 minutes to head back into town. You can make your way over... Oh, you know what would help if I had, like, the Roll20 open? Let me get this. Why am I like this? Jeez. So that's number 10, I believe, on the map here.
Yeah, 10.
That is Brightheart Flowers and Foods, the grocery store that your family owns. You can head over and kind of like peek into the shop front. As you arrive, like the building itself is like a squat, like 1-story, like quaint little shop. But as you approach, you can see that like there's been a fresh coat of paint put onto this building. There's a new roof. And during the summer, you already were aware that they would put out like an awning and display a lot of their like goods and produce that they are importing in from all the different farms around in the area. And they put them on display out like in an open air kind of market situation because, I mean, one, it's summer, there's a ton of food being produced right now. And two, it's just like more enticing that way. They have definitely like expanded that. Like it's surrounding like the entire front of the business. And there's just these like little stands with piles and piles of like containers of strawberries. You would see, all right, foods that you harvest in summer. I should know this as a gardener.
Yeah, and as Stardew Valley and stuff.
Yeah, literally. There's like all kinds of tomatoes, plums, big old watermelons, like huge watermelons. Containers of like cherries. There's peaches. Tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, peppers of many different varieties. So there's basically just this rainbow of produce that is spilling out from underneath these awnings. You can also see that there's some like, it's kind of like a farmer's market where like there's the food, but then there's also all the weird random kitschy like stuff that they get from crafters who want to like bulk sell the soap and like wool socks that they make. So the grocery store is the place to do that. So there's also like other goods there. Like, again, like, yeah, hand-carved soaps, like people who grow loofah, like the plant, and then turn them into like little loofahs. Those are being sold there. Some like art prints, things like that. Like they've definitely expanded a lot here. If you want to take a peek into the window, you can. It kind of takes you a second. You might have to like look in a couple of them, but you can see amidst like all of the shelves of other like goods and some of the like little magical coolers, which is also a new thing that the family has added to the interior. There's a few people shopping in there, like a couple human people, and then at the counter, you would see this like wiry, middle-aged gnome who is wearing like, his clothes are like slightly too large, like the sleeves like hang over his hands a little bit, and he's just like sitting at the register, like the counter there, just like looking around at everybody, like, and his eyes are like just like shifting to everybody that's in there. But he's just like sitting at the register, occasionally check somebody out, depending on how long you decide to watch.
Do I recognize him? Is he like a new hire?
You don't recognize him at all.
Okay.
Usually your uncle would be the one manning the store.
Right. Would my uncle go to his horse place? The stables?
That's possible, but he has like farmhands that handle a lot of that work there. You do know that they're both, because you worked at the egg and fresh fowl business, and you also probably had to do a little bit of part-timing at the grocery store. You know that there's like back rooms, like office rooms at both, because they're businesses. They need to like do business logistics things like, you know, shipment orders and like managing the ledger books. So it's possible that he is like at one of the businesses in the back room, but you don't see him in the grocery store, like shop area.
What's the name of your uncle?
Norbin.
He married into our family.
Yeah, they're not blood related.
All right, because I know Clover's the type to just look around and like see what's up. Don is not in the mood to like be kind, so he's just gonna stomp right up to like the guy at the front desk.
Okay. Yeah, so you can push the door open, and there's like a little bell on the inside that rings as you do, and the gnomish clerk there looks up and gives like this almost too wide grin and like literally like rubs his fingers together and says in this raspy voice, "Welcome to Brightheart Flowers and Foods. Halfling, grown, hand-raised, premium quality.
Yeah. Where's Norbin?
The best Could you let me finish my spiel? I've been practicing it.
I literally don't give a shit.
Feed your family the best food in Faerun. How can I help you this evening?
Where's Norbin?
Norbin. Gosh, Norbin. Do I know a Norbin?
Do you?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to remember. And he like casually is like holding out his hand and like just.
Hold on, I'm going
Where's my uncle?
Uncle?
He's my uncle. Where is he? Is he in the back?
He didn't mention having any nieces. Not that
He
I know
wouldn't.
a Norbin. Not that I know a Norbin. I don't. If there was a Norbin, he wouldn't mention having a niece.
And he's like holding his hand out for money.
I'm gonna go towards the back. I worked here. I know where the back office is. I've worked here.
Oh, he like jumps down and like blocks you. Like no can do, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Is
so
he here or not?
Employees only.
If he goes to block him, what Don is just going to do is that
Oh,
he
no.
just takes out the blooming blade and like stabs it in the ground next to the guy, and he says, "Where is he?"
Oh,
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I don't work here anymore, so I am not an employee anymore.
Saoirse has noticed that people are walking around putting things in baskets, so she's grabbed a basket and is just grabbing things.
Don't
and
shop
things.
here, honey.
18.
Oh, Saoirse doesn't know about paying for things.
That's
Saoirse
fine,
just
you can
knows that
steal.
People are here grabbing things.
Yeah, take it. Take it.
Yeah, so actually Saoirse, give me what's your passive perception actually? Because I don't know that you're looking out for this in this moment, so it's going to be a passive
Absolutely,
thing.
she is not. Her attention is on what everybody is doing as far as like grabbing things. She's like, oh, this is what we're here to do. And then listening to what her friends are doing and whether or not she needs to, because she doesn't know why we're here. She was not involved in that conversation. But she does know that when everybody walked in, there were people with swords and they were not happy about that. So she's like, I know maybe at some point there will be a fight. They haven't told me fight yet, so I'm gonna not fight, although it's kind of sounding like we're heading that direction. But until then, I'm just gonna pretend like I belong here. So
Yeah, for sure.
She's not paying attention to anything else.
Yeah.
Passive perception is an 18 though.
What?
Okay. I think just as a quick note, like, and you know, I don't know if Saoirse is gonna like attribute anything more to this, just given her general lack of knowledge about like a grocery store. But you notice that like as you're kind of like perusing the aisles here and like looking at things, and you're like looking at some of the people around you to see what they're doing and then copying them. There is this one individual who appears to be like maybe half orc, has this kind of like dusky green skin, pointed ears, and like two little tusks coming out.
Oh no.
And you notice that like at one point you're like,
how hot though? Is it like on a scale of 1 to 10? Because Victoria is targeting a known weak spot.
Not hot.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Not a hot
He's
one.
like, yeah, he has a probably like a very cruel look to his eyes, like very impatient looking, just generally not particularly handsome. Like, you go to one aisle and you notice that like he kind of comes over to this aisle and like picks something up and is like looking at it, and you kind of notice that he's like looking at you out of the corner of your eye. And then when you go over to like another side and start looking at stuff, all of a sudden he's over there too. Like, yeah, he's where you notice that like wherever you are, he seems to be finding himself in a similar location in the store not long after you go there.
Oh.
What that means, Saoirse has no idea.
No. I think she's just like, I don't know. Maybe that's what people do here.
And then for Dawn's intimidation check with a DC 18, with that sword, this goblin man, like, his eyes go wide and he, like, takes a couple steps back, and he's like, all right, yes, I understand. Just give me a second, I'll get Norbin for you. I think he might, I don't know if he's left for the day, but I'll go check.
Okay.
Hold your horses.
Is he telling the truth?
You can make an insight check.
10.
10? Hard to say. You're not very familiar with this individual, and it's kind of just hard to read like his body language. He's like by default kind of a little high strung and like seems just like a twitchy individual. So it's just kind of hard to tell like is he anxious or is this just like how he is. But yeah, he'll look to you, Don, and says, "There's no need to bring any weapons out here. This is a grocery store and you're going to scare the patrons. You're welcome to shop. Just please put this giant sword away and I'll be right back."
Thank you.
And he like backs up and like pushes through like the double door through to the back. It's gonna take a couple minutes before he shows back up. Is there anything that anyone wants to do?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'll probably say over the telepathic bond if someone could perhaps watch to see if he's not like following his word. Like to see if like there are like, you know, those Zentarum bastards gathering around the building or something. It would be nice to make sure that we're not
at the
like,
front door.
Yeah, we're not like walking into a situation where they try to surround us or something.
I think Clover is examining the new magical braziers and fridges. Because she's like, what the fuck?
Don, are you saying that you want one of us to split off?
No, I just want someone to be in a place where they can watch what's going on.
Don't need to send Philip outside.
Forgot about Philip. I'm not gonna lie.
He can just like run in here yelling if something interesting is going on. So, or fly, not run. He doesn't usually run.
Yeah, get him to like circle the building and just see if we're getting surrounded or something, just in case.
Right, Philip, go on.
Yeah, Philip like turns and looks in Ego's direction, and you would hear him tweet, "Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!" and then like goes outside. You know that Philip, all animals are hostile towards Ego ever since Ego picked up the book. And like you're used to hearing that.
Growing grass everywhere I walk on it. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
like,
all of the produce that you touch, like in here, is instantly withering.
But Saoirse does also directly follow Ego as much as possible to like regrow, like because she automatically grows things where she walks. So a lot of it just like grows back up after you kill it.
I actually,
wither and bloom.
I have a hard time eating anything but meat right now, I guess. I go to take a bite of an apple and it's like
mealy and like kind of grody and brown.
Dude, no, because like Ego like likes eating like plants and vegetables and fruit and mushrooms. Dang it!
Well, you don't have a problem with mushrooms. Mushrooms are totally fine. But like if you pick up like a tomato in here, it instantly just like molds and like shrivels up.
That's rough, actually. This is actually kind of rough.
So Philip is gonna go, take a look outside. Is Aurum also going out and posturing out front still, or are you staying in the store?
I think it's a good idea. Because Aurum's kind of a scary guy. Like a big lion man, now with antlers, sitting, like, that's a little scary. I'm gonna step out the store. I'm gonna sit on the stoop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just, like, act like I'm chilling.
Okay, yeah. You can definitely do that. Philip can go and like loop around the store. Someone will have to like open the door for him to get back in because he's ubbered.
Aurum can.
Whenever you want to like resummon him, just let me know. But it's going to take probably like 10 minutes until somebody comes out from the back. I'm just making sure nobody's bum rushing the door there in less time than that. It's about a 10-minute wait.
Don is getting really antsy, but he doesn't want to like go too hard without.
Yeah, and neither does Clover because he's as neutral of a party that she has at the moment.
Yeah,
So-
and like
Yeah.
when the sword comes out, like some of the customers that are in here, like they gasped and like put their baskets down and left. And like the rest of the people that are in here shopping are like definitely like looking at you guys and keeping a wide berth.
Yeah. I'll stay at the front counter and just wait
It's
patiently.
definitely a like sitting or like standing like a ways away from the counter, arms crossed with his like hoof tapping against the ground.
Mhm.
And he's tapping really fast too.
Yeah, so after about 10 minutes go by, Clover things, your Uncle Norbin will emerge from the back room. What is that sound? What are you? Okay. So Uncle Norbin has like kind of a like very like he never smiles. His mouth is always like a flat line. His eyes always have this like half dead look to them, and he has like kind of like just like limp, like half balding, like brown hair with like the sad comb over of like a couple strands at this point. And the first thing that Clover probably notices is that like this man has a full head of hair, like lush brown hair on his head, still looking very like unamused and humorless, because that's just how he is. He's also wearing like a very fine suit, definitely a lot nicer than what he had before, with like fancy little like cufflinks and like a gold chain, rings all over his like stubby fingers. And he's definitely gotten a bit plumper as well. Like, it looks like he's been pretty well fed. So he'll come out and he just looks at you, and like his eyes go wide for a second when he sees that it's actually you. And then they go back to like being humorless. Around this time, Aurum, you would notice that, because you're posted up at the front, so after about that 10-minute mark of being like sat out there on the steps, there is a wagon that will roll out from like kind of like, you think it might have come from like the side of the building or like one of the little roads in town that passes. So, but it this like very fancy wagon. Where did it go? Where did I put this description? Jesus Christ. Like, so this covered wagon with a human woman wearing like studded leather armor quickly like pulls away from the building, and it has like these gilded details on the wheels and this very gaudy painted sign that you can't read because you don't know how to read. But it has like little paintings of like vegetables and like chickens and eggs, and it's like very colorful and bright, like advertising all over it. And this woman who is driving this carriage, like, you know, snaps the reins and it quickly like pulls out of town. So Uncle Norbin will look at you.
Jesus Christ. Oh my
Clover.
God. Yeah. I don't know that.
And yeah, you don't know that's happening. And he just, yeah, it's a hell of a shipment. He just like sighs.
Do we have
and
a
looks at
telepathic
you.
bond right now? Sorry.
Yes, you do. You do.
Yes, we do.
Can I just tell them, like, hey, there's a colorful thing. Leaving. Colorful cart? Leaving.
Colorful cart? From here?
Mm-hmm. It's gone. Pretty fast.
It's heading like down the main road out in and out of town. It's south. Which Aurum has no context for what is south of here. But you know what direction south is.
Yeah, it's going south, whatever that is. Or whatever's there, I guess. I know what south is, but I don't know what is south.
So my family got a cart too?
Fancy cart. Very colorful. I couldn't read what it said.
Okay, it's probably advertising or something, or importing, outporting, exporting.
Hmm.
Okay.
So Clover, your uncle comes out. You see him in this kind of like an elevated state of appearance from what you remember. And he looks at you and says, gonna be honest, didn't think you were coming back from wherever you were. If you're pregnant, we're not helping you. Got too much on my plate.
Not pregnant. I kind of got
That's a surprise.
Trapped in the Fey. She ignores that. Like I don't think you've seen Clover like deal with like bullying aggressively, and she doesn't even like it. Kind of like bounces off of her. She's like not even acknowledging it.
I kind of got stuck in the Feywild for a while, a lot longer than I wanted.
That's convenient.
It really wasn't. You look good. I see there's been some changes.
Yeah, we've been investing a lot in diversifying our business ventures. Been putting in a lot of work to make more connections and expand things out. It's been pretty successful.
I see that, and I hear you got a cart too.
We have a few carts. Yes, we're actually shipping some of the expansion. We're shipping goods, all of our produce into Waterdeep. There's a pretty high demand for high quality produce in the city.
Well, Grandpa must be happy to hear that.
Sure.
How is he? Is he still at home right now?
Yeah, he's fine. He's old.
When did you take over Agnes's shop? When did that happen?
That was a sad bit of business. She fell and I think
she
broke her neck. Yeah.
Can I
I
insight?
can't help but smile, but he's not smiling.
I know. Can I insight check when like she's like, oh, did she? Like she's trying to like probe.
Yeah. Go for it.
Boy. I want to see if he believes this or if this is fully my aunt's doing and she went behind his back, which I wouldn't be surprised if she went behind his back to make this happen. I don't think I have a bonus to this, so let me double check. 12. Well, I guess
12.
I have... No, I feel like I should hold off on... Yeah, I'm just gonna do the 12 for now.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell because your uncle has never been, he's been very closed off to you for the entire time that you've known him. Like, he has never had an interest in interfacing with you. So I don't know that you have, like, a ton of reference points for, like, reading him.
Right.
At least not, if your aunt is around,
Sure.
I feel like you're better at it then because you just know their dynamic. But, like,
Yeah.
you're not getting, like, any, like, nefarious vibes. Like, he's not the kind of person who necessarily cares about anybody else in town, but he's not giving you, like, the vibe of somebody who's, like, covering stuff up. Like, he does seem genuine when he's saying, like, yeah, that was, like, a sad bit of business. She, like, fell down the stairs.
Okay. And
so
that
it seems
seems
like
to be
he genuinely believes that happened.
Okay, so that seems to be, like, the reoccurring story that everyone is in agreement that she fell down the stairs. Like, he says it like everybody else does, basically.
Yeah, everybody that you've talked to, it's kind of like, like the same sort of story. There's not really any, like, difference in it that would, like, tip you off as being like, that's weird. But yeah, he's like, yeah, that was a sad bit of business. She, fell down one morning coming down from her loft and broke her neck, and passed away.
It's awful. I used to work for her. She was such a nice lady.
Yeah, she was, an odd bird. Pun intended.
Yeah. So who's taking care of that? I see that you hired the gnome guy. Did you hire more people to help over there too?
Yeah, we've been able to hire more. We had to hire more workers because you up and left the job that you had working for us. So that was really inconvenient.
I am sorry about that.
A lot of extra expenses. We can't pay the family rate to outsiders. They have to be paid the full minimum wage. So that was pretty inconvenient. But fortunately, that business, it was going to be shut down and the chickens were going to all be slaughtered. So
if you don't treat your family members like shit, they'd probably be happy to do it for free.
Clover probably should have been happy to do it for free, considering that we even bothered to stay in contact with her. But I digress. I don't really know you.
I'm surprised that the bare minimum sounds like so much for you.
I'm sorry, who are you? Did you need something? Are you her boyfriend?
Oh,
God, no. I'm Adonis Revelry, and I'm here to wonder why you're working so close with the Zentarum right now, because I don't really have the patience or time for all of this bullshit that's going on here. The people out front, all throughout the town. I know you know something about it.
Adonis Revelry. Oh, that lazy satyr family.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're a bunch of layabouts. You should probably worry about them instead of getting involved in Brightheart family business. As far as the Zentarum, not sure why you're assuming I have anything to do with that.
Layabouts.
Just because you don't agree with the way that my family structure exists, just because we're not partying all day doesn't mean you have to assume that we're bad people.
Okay.
Don's gonna fucking snap.
Okay. I feel like we've taken up enough of your time. I'm sorry to interrupt your busy day. I'll go check on Grandpa and check on things at the house then.
So, I guess, do we need to make dinner for you now? Do we need to make dinner for the satyr too?
Don't worry, we've got that covered.
Oh, no worries. I wouldn't want to eat the schlock that you make in that kitchen of yours anyway.
Wouldn't expect any more from a satyr. They have no manners and no understanding of how to exist normally in society.
I'm gonna
that's why you guys all.
I'm trying to stop him.
Okay, roll him.
Yeah, stop this man. I'll try.
He dies. He just dies.
I should have known better.
Let's see. Look, you can insult my family, but I draw the line at insulting my family and being racist in the same breath. That is an 18 plus.
Yes, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, and I rolled a 14 to try to stop him. It's not happening.
It's not good. Yeah, I know you're not gonna be able to stop it.
For 7 bludgeoning damage. I'm trying to do it non-lethally. I do want to let this be known, but he is going to headbutt the shit out of him.
Okay, God. Hold on, now I have to... How many hit points do commoners have? I have to look this up.
Not much!
I think they have like 10.
Usually
no,
like
they
2.
have 4. They have 4.
I was gonna say, it's not 10. That's a door.
Yeah, okay, so
I
you
was 1
actually
point off of killing him off right.
Yeah,
right.
you almost kill this man. So you like headbutt him and you like hear and feel like a crack and a little bit of like a skin and bone giving as you clock him with your own head. He instantly, like, his eyes roll back in his head and he collapses limp. All of the other people that are shopping in the store right now start screaming and like running out. There's a half-orc individual who turns around and he actually like pulls out a mace and turns to you, Dawn, and says, "All right, listen, you can hand yourself over peacefully or we can do this the hard way."
But I really don't think you want to start this shit with me right now.
Oh my
And
god.
I don't think you want to start shit with me.
While this is going on, can I kneel down and do, like, I want to do a cure wounds, but I want to make it spicy.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
I'm
you wanna-
kneeling at his side at the same time because I'm like, oh my god, is he dead?
Technically an archfey doing him a favor.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I would
Yeah, because I
love
guess he would be
just
making
add-
death saves in a even if it was non-lethal.
I would just like to add just a little bit of a string attached to that heal, if I could.
What would that be?
That he owes me. For saving his life.
Are you keeping it like the what he owes you open-ended?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
A favor of my choosing at a time at which I choose it.
We're definitely not invited to dinner.
Oh no.
Saoirse's been waiting because she's like, I don't know how things like this are handled in the mortal realm. I know how these are handled in the Fey realm. And so I'm just gonna like step up and just give
let me
him a little
roll
bit of
something. Yeah, no, okay. So when you go to try to like put this magic into him with that caveat attached, you feel like a sense of rejection, like there's a non-consent to what you're offering, like from him. As much as there can be from somebody who's like unconscious, but like the stipulation that you have attached to like whatever like life force, like soul you're connecting to here does not want to make a deal with you.
It's fine.
So he
I will remember
is he is unconscious. Because I'm assuming you're not gonna heal him.
Nope.
If he's not gonna.
Nope.
I am gonna heal him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my potions of healing.
Okay. So you can roll 2d4 plus 2.
Like cradling this man's head, trying to get him to fucking.
I'm about to throw heads with this guy.
I know, you go for it. I'm not looking at that. So that's he probably heals full because it's like 4 plus 2, you said? So 6?
Yeah, he has 4 HP. So that will heal him fully. As the potion is like going down his throat, you hear like the bone like in his skull cracking back together and like sewing itself shut. And like there's like a scar that like opens up that like it like closes and then forms a scar like over his head, and there's still like blood that's like fresh all over his face from the headbutt. Like his eyes start to come back into focus, but you can tell they're like very fuzzy. Like this man has sustained like
concussion.
Yeah, he is concussed. So all of the other like shoppers in the store screamed and like ran out, and we're like, guard. Dawn, the half-orc individual is like holding this club and looking at you, waiting for you to like put down your weapon. Are you doing that, or are you engaging him?
How skilled does he look like holding that weapon?
You can roll an insight check if you would like.
Yes, I will do that because I mean, I'm not going to not engage him either way, but I do want to know how bad this is going to be for me. Insight 12.
Wait a second. So I guess technically it's a mace, but I mean, it seems like he knows how to use it. Like, this isn't like a person picking up a mace for the first time and like just trying to like look cool. Like, he very clearly like has an understanding of how to use this, and you can see that he's sizing you up, like looking like at your armor for ways to like hit weak spots as he's like squaring up with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna engage. He basically just, he had the sword stuck in the ground after headbutting that guy, and he like sizes him up, and he kind of like spits out the side of his mouth and says, "All of these outsiders are fucking trash," and he'll kick it and flip it up into his hand. And he's not playing around with these people.
Okay,
Can I, as I see that interaction happening, as I'm like lifting my uncle into a sitting position, because he might end up puking his guts out if he's heavily concussed. So I'm trying to like get ahead of that. I'm gonna message Aurum in the telepathic bond and be like, Don almost killed my uncle, and there's a guy in here that wants to fight. Can you just come be backup? Don't fuck up my family house, or family business, but like back him up a little, maybe. Or we might have people incoming.
Or right before you get that message, like the door opens behind you and like maybe like 5 or 6 people like run out shouting for like guards. And then then you hear Clover's message in your head. And we're gonna roll initiative. Anyone who would like to be involved?
Oh boy. I'm so scared. 19.
Oh my god! Natural 20!
I'm so scared. I'm sorry, he was racist.
It's...
Razel Uthamar, why are you here, ma'am?
We're all looking to fight tonight.
Hold on, I have to... Sorry. Can you, Ink, can you manually add your turn back? Is that possible?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I can do that.
Sorry.
Let's see. I need. Oh, I think I might need a token of me to do.
Yeah,
so.
we need tokens.
Okay, let me grab. They're gonna be House. 1 second, everyone. Copy.
I don't have time for this. I want to go check on my grandpa.
Okay.
I'll try to make it quick.
There are tokens here at 10. Are you able to add turns with them?
Let's see.
And move them?
Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, so teeny tiny. If I do an initiative.
Yeah, let me roll on D&D Beyond.
A natural one, which makes sense. Ego is really messed up from watching familial emotional abuse. Yeah, and it's controllable.
Mine's 22. Why is it not updating?
22?
Yeah.
I'll update it.
I added mine to initiative with 17.
How do I don't have a character sheet on Roll20. Can you add me?
Add turn. Yeah.
Sick.
I didn't roll my initiative 3 times. What the hell?
What the helly?
Why is it? Oh my god.
Oh my god, you keep rolling initiative.
I think I clicked off before it finished rolling, so I just kept rolling. Either way, none of those were mine because the first initiative I rolled was 19.
Okay, cool.
I just needed to roll it to add it to the list.
Yeah. Okay. No, not this one. We need... No, we're gonna do... What's hectic like? Okay, we'll do hectic. Cool, okay. So first up is Clover. So yeah, you can like lay your uncle on his side. He's like conscious in the broadest sense of like he's awake. But yeah, he's like pretty concussed right now. And he's not really like able to like speak or even necessarily like perceive things. Like he's effectively still incapacitated.
Okay. I'm gonna... hold an action.
Okay.
For Claws of Darkness. But I highly doubt she's going to use it, but she's going to hold it on hand if things get dicey for Dawn and potentially Aurum. She's just has it at the ready. Like, I don't think she's engaging until things get dicey.
So would your condition for that be, like, if they get hit at all, or just if they, like, are hurt, like, really hurt?
Yeah, if
like,
they're really hurt. Probably, like, if I see them struggling, she's just going to hold a potential spell at this point.
Okay.
Her focus is making sure her uncle doesn't, like, puke on himself, because if he ruins his new suit, it's going to be even worse. So she's trying to placate him first and foremost, which is why she's not engaging, but she's watching, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta put a couple things here. Alrighty. And then, okay, cool. So you are holding your turn, making sure your uncle doesn't puke, and if anybody looks like they're hurt, you can set off that spell. Dawn, it is your turn. Bro, this token is huge. I don't need it to... Why won't you get smaller? Okay, so for some reason, this token is just staying really big. He's just normal sized. And it's mostly just like theater of the mind. And
yeah,
like
I'm not on a map.
Yeah,
we're not doing a battle map.
Well, I'm definitely moving towards him.
He's like 10 feet away.
Yeah,
so...
moving towards him. And Don is gonna go non-lethal with all of
I was just gonna say, please don't kill him if one's...
Yeah, it's literally just he comes up and the immediate thing he does is just he like flips the sword to it to like the
hilt,
the pommel, and is just going to punch him in the gut with it.
Oh, we love a pommel strike. Yeah, go for it.
Let's see how hard this guy is to hit. Well, definitely not too hard. 24.
Yeah. He's got a pretty low AC. That's gonna hit.
10. Flashing, technically, but it's more like bludgeoning.
Yeah, we're gonna call that
attack.
bludgeoning. Okay. Jesus.
So he does the like pommel punch in the gut, and when the guy doubles over, he just moves his hand out for an uppercut.
God, okay.
For 21.
Yeah, if you get over an 11, you're gonna hit this man, because he lives literally wearing leather armor. His AC is 11, so it's hard to miss him.
Yep.
Give me that damage.
For 9 more.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. He's not looking great.
Yeah, so he does that, and when the guy like stumbles back, he just like is swaying back and forth like he's like dancing.
Yeah.
And he says, "Does it feel good picking on people less fortunate than you are?" That's my turn.
So yeah, this that guy will like wipe some. He like kind of like spits up a little bit of blood there from the damage that you've done to him, and like spits it on the ground. And I think he like levels like a very cruel glance your way, and like looks you up and down, and is like, you know, I'd say by that armor, you look pretty fortunate. I'm gonna look forward to taking that off of your corpse. Saoirse.
Saoirse, in your mind, you hear, please don't kill anyone. Just knock them out if you can.
Oh, I wasn't planning on killing anyone.
This is like telepathic bond. Everybody hears this. Clover's panicking.
Yeah, she's responding to everyone as well. I wasn't planning on killing everyone. That would be too easy. Too nice.
Oh no. Okay. No.
Question.
Oh no.
If I conjure animals, it says I can conjure 8 of a challenge rating 1/4.
Okay.
If I wanted to summon challenge rating 0, how many? Because there is a 1/8, so I'm gonna, and it seems to double.
Yeah.
So would that be 20?
This is which spell is this?
Conjure animals. You can also double if I upcast it, but I don't think that that's really necessary if we're looking at, like, what, 28?
Yeah, okay, so it would be 8 of 1/4, so then 1/8 would be 16, so then CR0 is gonna be, like, 32.
Yeah. So that's, we agree that that's what that would be?
Sure, I'll allow it. I like fuckery.
Can I summon 32 rats?
Oh god.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
That's
30
so bad.
30 rats and then just 2 magpies that just, like, sit on my shoulders for now.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
I like the, like, negative connotation of bad luck with the whole, like, blackbird situation, so we're gonna do that. And then
the irony.
Rat.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely summon 30 rats. What does it look like when Saoirse summons 30 rats and 2 magpies? Like, paint me a word picture.
So Saoirse has moved a little closer to her, like, winter warrior aspect, I think, because she's not in the anger of summer. She's in the anger of, like, this is the cold, detached sort of rage.
Yeah.
Of, like, oh, we are going to, like, fuck these people up in a way in which they will wish we killed them. So she's very much just a low, I think, because most of the time when she conjures her animals, it's a song. So it's just a low, haunting, like, spooky little tune of, like, whistling, I think, and song. And then rats just start coming out of the rafters and, like, out of the floorboards and, like, around
the little
corners.
Piles of, like, veggies or have rats popping out of them.
Absolutely,
oh god.
Yeah. Swarming around the store.
Oh boy.
And for now, the rats are just gonna hang out, looking threatening. They're going to surround. I think he's the only guy who's still left here. Yes, all the people have left.
Yeah, all the customers have left. There's just the one, like, half-orc guy, and you guys are now a bunch of rats and magpies.
So the rats will just, like fairy circle style surround this guy. So they're not, like, in a circle. They're, like, kind of haphazardly circling, like mushrooms in a fairy circle.
Yeah.
But they're definitely not looking very nice, unfriendly.
Yeah, like, some of them are posted up around him waiting, some of them are just, like, running in a circle. A couple of them probably, because there's, like, literally 30 rats, they probably, like, run over to, like, the food, and, like, they're like, I'll get to it when you ask, but there's
like,
a smorgasbord.
Is there one that's just, like, putting up his rat fists?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Like fey
there's
rat?
one with tiny boxes.
They are all technically fey rats, yes.
All fey rat. One's just a boxer.
And some of them are really scraggly looking and mean and real nasty looking, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they look like they might have rabies.
Yeah, so a bunch of rats will surround this man. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I think I've done enough for now.
Okay. Aurum, you were out front. You get the message from Clover that shit's popping off. Come in here, but then you also hear, "Please don't kill anyone, and don't destroy my family business."
Is anybody approaching?
So, like, right before the initiative order started, a bunch of people ran out screaming, like, "Guards, like, we need some help! Somebody's been attacked!" And you would see that a number of, like, the armed and armored individuals that are around, like, have been around town since you guys arrived, do turn and start heading in the direction of the shop where, like, the commotion is coming from. So they're, like, starting to turn and approach. They're not going to necessarily get there this round, though.
Like, how far are we talking? Are we, like...
Let me bring their tokens to the forefront.
I'm just asking for a friend.
I almost wrote the episode title before we went live as Zentarum Takedown, and I'm glad
Oh my
saw
god.
this. Drama Zentarum Takedown was the title.
There's probably a couple that will make it this round, just because one of them is hanging out kind of like near the horse statue. There's one near the well, so he's definitely like in combat range. Come here.
And I assume it doesn't seem like there's any structure to this grouping of people. There's no like leader per se. There's just random individuals.
I don't think that you would like pick up that there's necessarily like a leader, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we gotta have one more. 12 thugs around.
Jesus.
You probably don't see all of them. You probably are seeing more from where you are, like a couple of them. But like, when you walked into town, there were about a dozen that you saw milling about. So it's safe to assume you might get a dozen coming over here.
All right. Well, we came here with the expectation to fight all of these guys, so I'm gonna close the distance on this one.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
sorry they're all huge. I literally don't. It will not make them smaller. I don't know why. Every
you could
other
try.
every other kind of token I've been able to change the size of. It's very weird.
They're probably snapping to the grid. Could you try holding Alt while you make them small?
Oh, there you go.
Marry me. That worked. Oh my god. But yeah, you could definitely close the distance with that guy. Okay, for some reason I can't put you closer. Everything is all
It's okay. I will.
Theater of the mind. We're good.
I will enter my flow state, if you will. I forget what we called it. What the equivalent of rage?
yeah.
Little sparks of rainbows start to pop off my fur, and the refractive aura surrounds my body. And
Nice.
I'm gonna go punch this guy.
Go for it.
It's an 11 plus numbers.
That will hit. His AC is 11. All of these people have an AC of 11.
This poor guy. I'm gonna make him my favorite foe, by the way.
Okay.
Because why not? Where are my D6 go? 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, one second.
Sorry, some of that's not bludgeoning.
Uh,
Does damage type matter?
I don't think so, but let me double check. Conjure. There. Yeah, no, damage type doesn't matter.
Alright, 17 points of damage total
Jesus.
for the first punch.
Uh-huh.
Is he still standing?
Yes.
Punching again.
Okay.
What a sad roll. I have to re-roll it. I got a nat 1, but I'm re-rolling it. Because I'm not taking damage on my fist weapon for this.
Wait, are you using your inspiration for that?
I'm going to use a player re-roll. I don't have an inspiration.
Oh, right.
Oh, I have an inspiration for last time?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You didn't
everyone
use it.
got inspiration last time, so you
Yeah,
can
I'll use
that
my
if you want.
inspiration. I'll use my inspiration. I'm not taking damage on my gloves for this fight. Alright, that's a 14 plus
Yeah, that'll hit.
a lot. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, this guy's not looking good. Not looking good at all.
I'm just gonna... Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna posture around.
I know the squares are measuring as 5 feet on the ruler thing. They are 10-foot squares.
Yeah, I was counting it like 10 foot. Because I was here originally, I think.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So I'm using 25 feet to get to where I am.
Okay.
So I'll end my
Cool.
turn there.
Alrighty. Next up is the thugs. So first, one is going to take a swing at you, Don, and I know that this is a futile effort, but he doesn't... it's not clocking to him that you're standing on business, okay? Is Aurum doing non-lethal damage, or are you doing lethal damage?
You did
I
get the
feel-
message from Clover to not kill.
The
But
intention
Clover's not
is to
watching,
use-
so...
The intention is to use non-lethal damage, but
Okay. So
it's-
for anyone
it's
who's... We'll make a call right now, because it sounds like most people are aligned on doing non-lethal damage. So if you do any kind of melee attack, or just like a regular weapon attack, I'm going to assume it is non-lethal, unless you specifically tell me that you're using lethal damage. If you're using a spell, that is always lethal. So just something to keep in mind for those of you that are extra spicy beyond just like sword, shield, weapon things. Okay. So he's gonna try to swing at you with his mace. Does a dirty 20 hit? It doesn't. I already know the answer. I don't think I actually don't think that this man could hit you even technically even with a nat 20. That's another dirty 20. So bonk, bonk.
Yeah, he goes to do the first one, and I just smack it aside with my shield, and then he goes for the second one, and Don just steps out of the way.
Yeah. So he's not looking super happy. And when you block the second attack, you definitely start to see a little bit of concern and fear in this man's eyes. But he's also standing on business, so he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. Let's see. The thug that is fighting Aurum is going to take 2 swings at you. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
And then for the second one, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You are going to take 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 points of bludgeoning damage total. That's both attacks. He bonk,
Half
bonk.
to 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Very.
So yeah, you feel this this mace that he has collides with the side of your body, but you just use this energy and pure emotion that is flowing through your body. That's not a rage emotionally, but mechanically is a rage. And I feel you kind of concentrate a lot of that raw power into the spots where where his mace is hitting you. And it just hardens your body, almost like targeted bark skin spots that pop up and bloom on you, and then the bark peels off. So that's that guy. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, Lord. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh my god, why is the map doing this? Okay, so that's 60 feet for him. Five, 60, 5, 10, 15, 20. They're all just dashing over to see what's going on. Okay, I don't think I moved this guy yet. 30, 35. That guy's gonna go there. He's gonna shoot at you. This guy here. Oh god, I made him large. Is going to take a shot at you with a heavy crossbow, Aurum.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes. Because
Okay.
I never cast Barkskin.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt grazes your arm.
Have to what?
2-1, yeah. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. Shucks. I don't recall if I moved this guy over here yet. I'm gonna just leave him because I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I think that's... There's so many guys on this map. Okay. I believe that's everyone. They're all running.
I'll check over to the battle
Ego.
map because
All right, Ego's honestly been low-key shut down ever since witnessing the conversation with Clover and her family. And Ego is just sort of not in the mood to deal with thugs.
Yeah.
I will sigh. And I will I'll draw my sword and just sort of clang it against my boot to get it to start vibrating. And I will start a blade song.
Okay.
Makes my movement speed 40.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry,
Right,
moving
yeah.
you guys into the shop area a little bit more. You stay. Okay. There we go.
Okay. All right. Am I able to just go outside, or am I
Yeah.
not by the door?
Yeah, you can be by the door. That's totally
Okay.
fine.
Because Ego would have been getting close to leaving anyway with how uncomfortable they were feeling with watching familial emotional abuse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna skedaddle my way out here.
Okay.
And I see all the thugs approaching.
Uh-huh.
Ego's kind of walk skipping to the beat of their blade song, and they're going to kind of twirl their blade a little bit. They're gonna sigh. All of their hair is going to puff out Ghibli style. They're gonna raise a few inches up off the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Victoria. I am going to cast Lightning Bolt, but I'm going to weave it around all of the enemies purposefully missing as an intimidation factor.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you
So-
want to do that, I will allow that.
Ego sees all of these people, and Ego is going to whip their blade around a little bit to catch some latent static electricity, and they're going to just fire a beam. It's a 5-foot beam, but on this map, this is looking bigger than it really is.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit a
it's-
building, however. Ego
Yeah.
wants to aim it just down the road and weave it in between all of the people.
Yeah, you actually can do that with the it's not even a matter of doing a big magic thing of curving your spell, the way that they're laid out, you literally have a 5-foot wide opening there to do that. So
Ego crackles this gigantic piece of black lightning all the way down the road, and it zooms past all of them, and then the thunderclap happens afterwards with this big sonic boom, and then all of their hair starts to settle. They still have the sword drawn with a little bit of like smolder coming off the tip, and they're going to say, "That is my one and only warning. The next one will not miss. Go away."
Oh my god, roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Yay. Alrighty, intimidation. I only got a +1, but you know.
You can do it.
We have chat rewards if you need them.
Natural 20!
Oh my god.
21!
Yo.
Let me just do a quick series of checks here. What is their wisdom? Not a lot. Okay, yeah, so they would... No, there's literally no way that any of them... They are not wise enough to be able to, like, see past this. Yeah, the lightning curves around them. You say this, and immediately, like, the ones that are near each other look at each other, look back at you, look at each other again, and turn and just start running.
They're not paid enough for this.
I'm out of here, bro. There are also several civilians that are around on this map. I'm not going to put them down because I don't want them to be like a collateral... Yeah. Unless someone wants to do collateral damage, you can. But there are civilians around that see this, and now, like, a lot of people in town are screaming. People are, like, coming out of buildings to see what's going on, and see all of these, like, armed and armored individuals, like, running away from you as, like, your hair slowly settles around you and you, like, brandish your sword. So people just start, like, running away, screaming. Including all of these thugs. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Ego just, technically there's the one behind me that I didn't aim the lightning bolt at, so with the sword still drawn and a little bit of smoke coming off of it, that person just sees all the hair settle and the feet, like, go back to touching the ground from levitating a few inches off the ground, and I just look over my shoulder at them.
They piss themselves. Like, you got a nat 20. Like, they're big pissing.
Big pissing?
Yeah, big pissing. Like, they probably browned their trousers a little bit too, honestly, because they were, like, right there, so, like, the, like, latent static that you were, like, calling on, like, probably had their hair frizzed out, everything smells like ozone, like, they all saw, even if you didn't aim at all of them, and you nat 20'd, so, like, they're fucking off. Clover, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move my uncle to the back office and just leave him there to recover.
Okay, you can definitely do that. As you take your uncle back there, I will say you notice that, like, the back room used to basically just be, like, a stock room for, like, if there was surplus that wasn't ready to go out on the sales floor. And it was, like, very modest, and very small, just, like, keeping records of, like, purchases, you know, purchase orders being sent and received with different suppliers. There's, like, a big safe in this room. There's a big fancy desk. Give me a perception check, because I think, like, Clover would immediately notice that, like, things are very different back here as well.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I got natural 13. If I can get higher. Ooh, no, I did not get higher. So that's a 17 total.
Okay. Yeah, I think Clover would notice, again, like, a big fancy desk. There are, like, more shelves back here that look like it should have a lot more, like, product, given how much product is on the sales floor. Very sparse. Not a lot of, like, produce and stuff stored back here. There's, like, a big ornate, like, oriental style rug on the ground. The big safe but you don't notice, like, there's not anything else that you pick up at this time. But you can definitely carry him back there, and he's just, like, moaning, and it's like, oh, my head. What happened?
You made Dawn angry. Oh, okay. I, like, angle him away from his body so he's not puking on himself. I'll probably, like, get, like, a trash bin to, like, put under him and be like, yeah, okay, I'll send Auntie to come get you.
What kind of animals do you hang around with, Clover? I always knew that you were a bad egg, but this? Really? Your friends would attack your own family?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Disgusting.
You're looking into a really dark mirror, Uncle.
Ugh. And, yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna stand up, and as I go around behind him, I'm gonna knock him out. So he doesn't see it coming.
Okay.
Damn.
You can roll a like a melee attack. You have advantage. He's like
I
prone and
have-
incapacitated, so you're gonna like basically auto crit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna use like the end of my dagger, the pommel of my dagger, and just... Oh, natural 17 plus 6.
Okay, yeah. And you can roll like regular dagger damage. We'll call it bludgeoning instead of piercing.
A 5?
Yeah, he's unconscious again. He had 4 HP.
Okay. I'm gonna
So, yeah,
like...
you can-
It's a very...
Imagine
Go ahead.
I was about to say, imagine if you didn't, you just knocked him on the back of the head, and he was like, ow!
Yeah, no. It's a very gentle thing that happens. Like, as gentle as it could be. Like, Clover's still, like, I don't want to kill this man yet, anyway. And, but he's still spewing vitriol about Dawn. And she's like, hit me with your best shot. Leave them out of this. And so she goes around and just at the base of his skull and, like, catches him before he hits the ground. Like, puts him into, like, resting, the fetal position.
Yeah. It's like
And
the recovery position.
The recovery position,
so that way,
that's
like,
the word.
barf
Yep.
doesn't get stuck in their mouth. Like,
that's my turn.
Yeah.
And I think I used all my movement because I carried him in here. So that's my turn for now. That's the end of my turn.
So you'll end your turn, like, in the back room there. But yeah,
Okay.
he's laying on the ground, bleeding from the back of his head a little bit. Still some blood on the front of his forehead, but yeah. Cool. Dawn, you're up.
Yeah,
This guy's
This
not
guy.
looking great.
Yeah, he's just like hopping around on his foot, just like constantly moving in this like heavy ass armor.
Yeah.
And he's just going to. It's like he's like bouncing back and forth to the point where like his strikes with his sword just get lost in the constant movement, and he goes to strike him again. Hopefully, before you can even realize. Yeah, natural 19.
Yeah.
For 6.
Okay.
Bludgeoning. Yeah, so it would be bludgeoning because he's not slashing him.
Okay.
And then second attack is a 24, 16 plus 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
For 12.
Okay, yeah, he falls unconscious. Like, you're kind of, like, almost punching at him with the sword in hand, and for your final blow, you just, like, you're, like, hopping around and very quickly hop right up to him and just boom, like, right on the temple, and he just crumples to the ground and is unconscious.
I imagine he, like, crumbles, and then Don takes a second to just, like, lean back and lift up one of his satyr legs and just kicks him into a pile of produce.
Yeah, for sure. He's got, like, cucumbers and like tomatoes falling all over him. Anything else with your turn?
He's going to rub the back of his neck. And he kind of like lets out a sigh when he realizes what he just did, and he goes, "God fucking damn it!" And that will be my turn.
Okay.
When you react before you think, you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Saoirse, the rats are surrounded. Well, the rats kind
They're
of
having like a
scurry out of the
gladiator
way.
arena moment right now, where they're just like sitting there,
They're
like,
like,
yeah.
And the guy gets like covered in a bunch of veggies, and like some of them are running over and like eating on him, and then also like pooping on him while they eat.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, Saoirse will like kneel down and she scoops up like 2 of the little ratties that are like pure solid white, I think. And she looks at them and she goes, "Make sure your presence here will be known. And go summon your mortal counterparts and let them know they are welcome here as well."
Okay.
And she just sets them down.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check with advantage. Not so, I mean, the rats are gonna do whatever you say. This is more for, like, their
persuasion.
message to the others.
So, my first roll was a 10, but the second roll is a natural 20.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah.
I don't think my animal
That
handling
tracks.
is that high. No, it is very high. Never mind, this is
It's
serious.
super high,
28.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it's super
God.
high.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Almost
so
a
one of the
30.
rats... like, one of the rats will, like, scurry, like, out of, like, a little crack by the front door, and another one actually, like, runs into the back room, which is still, like, the door's kind of, like, slowly falling closed, and it will, like, run back through there. So, Clover, you would see this, like, little white rat, that, like, runs in and, like, starts, like, squeaking and, like, running over into, like, little corners and, like, around some crates. And, like, more, like, a bunch of rats just start, like, appearing and, like, running all around the store. And, like, what few, foodstuffs are stored back here, they instantly just start eating. And then it, like, runs, like, further back and kind of is, like, trying to, like, scurry out the back door. Okay. There's, like, the little staff entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, the other rat, like, for the audience, maybe for Aurum, who's out front, this little, like, white rat will run across the street over to, Hagala's Many Turrets, which is a, like, kind of crappy rooming house, number 13. And, like, after a few moments, like, dozens of rats just start pouring out of that building, and, like, this little white rat just... over the course of, like, the next several minutes, runs to, like, most of these buildings and gets, like, a bunch of rats. Like, by the literally dozens of them, hundreds of them just start, like, running over. If you've ever seen what happens when, like, the invasive rats in Australia, like, overflow, like, barns and stuff, and it's just, like, a sea of mice, like, where, like, it's not quite to that level, but, like, it starts building to that. And they just start pouring back in gradually and, like, eating all the produce. So then, like, the front of the business, like, all of the veggies that are sitting out front start to get, like, eaten, and there's rats, like, pooping in the bins, taking all of the, like, fancy soaps and things.
Except the basket that Saoirse's still holding. She's got a basket full of stuff.
One of the rats definitely, like, climbed up you and, like, tries to go in and, or, you know what, one of the magpies flies down, picks up a rat, and, like, puts it in the basket and, like, looks at you, and the rat, like, is holding, like, a tomato 3 times the size of its body and is, like, and looks at you and is waiting for approval.
She'll pick up the little rat and, like, set it down with the tomato. Like, you can have that, but the rest of this is mine.
Yeah, and then that rat begins eating, and then 3 others, like, run over and begin fighting it. They start having, like, a fight club for the tomato. It's just chaos. It's just ratty chaos.
So the magpies.
Yes.
The fun thing about corvids are they are very smart. And they have really long memories. And they're super, super good at both holding a grudge and being very spooky about it.
Yeah.
So she's going to ask the magpies to take note of the proprietor of this shop
Mhm.
and any of his kin who might give a similar vibe to him, sort of a similar appearance
Mhm.
and personality to him. And then these magpies, for as long as they continue to exist, are to just freak him out. Like the weird bird dive bombing thing that they do sometimes, or like leaving spooky little gift for them, like like a dead rat right in front of them kind of thing. Like
Mhm.
just ominously threatening stuff without
Yeah.
actually harming anyone, because she was specifically asked that no one be harmed. And then once they are prepared to leave, because they can leave whenever they want after the spell. Like, they can stay, but they can also leave
Mhm.
once the spell is up. That they should probably find a murder of crows or fellow magpies or another group of corvids to continue their illustrious work.
The magpies like they do like a little birdie bow to you, and they probably like communicate some form of like, yes, we will find crow cousins. Crows bring bones. We like bones. We swoop! Swooping! And then the birds just start going
So much
crazy.
swooping.
Like, one of them instantly flies to the back, and like Clover, as a rat is like back there inciting other rats, then a magpie comes in and is just like repeatedly dive bombing the unconscious body of your uncle. And he's getting like little scratches on his face from like the tiny little talons. The other one will also probably like, you probably have to like open the door a little bit for the other one, who goes out of the store through the front and immediately like begins like making an alarm call, like the kind of call when like you hear a crow do it and then a minute later you see a bunch of crows coming in that direction. Yeah, it's gonna a little bit different because it's a magpie, but it's still gonna be doing that. And again, for like the audience, like the chickens that are at the fowl shop, they just start going crazy. Like they're all just like clucking and like crowing. And the forest in the distance that has this dark like energy flowing over it. We just see like dozens of crows fly up as they hear this distant call, and they begin flying towards town. So yeah, you have successfully incited a lot of critters.
This is why you don't piss off the Disney princess. Alright, so yeah, and then I just, hold on to my little basket. I start looking through my things, looking at checking the shelves for anything the rats haven't like gotten into that I might want.
Yeah, there's so in the freezers you would see something called ice cream. It's like labeled as ice cream.
God.
I don't know what that is. I will take a little
There's
bit of
like
that.
one that you see, I think that would stand out to Saoirse, is like a lavender honey ice cream.
Oh yeah, I love lavender. So yeah, because Saoirse does a lot of like floral flavors, I think. So
for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. Anything with the word lavender or like any kind of flowery, or maybe like some of the like gentle spices like rosemary and basil and stuff like that. She's like, yes, I want that and that and that and that and that. So she'll just start shopping again.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Cool. Aurum. You would see like all of these thugs that had been approaching got scared shitless with a black lightning bolt and are trying to turn tail. There is this one that is like technically still engaged with you. He looks really freaked out and very, very hurt. What would you like to do?
I think Aurum sees the fear in this man's eyes, because when Aurum's in this state, he's locked on whoever he is fighting with. But I think he notices the fear in this person's eyes and realizes that we might have put a little overboard. So he's just gonna turn to walk back to the shop. I'm just gonna leave this guy alone.
Okay. Yeah, he's not striking at you. He's trying to run away. So he's not gonna take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm full on dropping my rage,
Okay.
or my state. I'm dropping it.
Flow state.
I'm like, we might have messed up. You know what I mean? This is not good.
for sure. Anything else for you, or just going into the shop to take stock of things?
I was just going to the shop.
Alrighty. With that, it's the thugs who are all running away. They're literally all leaving. This guy is fucking off. This guy is running away. Oh my god, he's getting straight. I made him large again. No. Be small. Yeah, this guy's like going over here. This guy's running this way. They're all like, I'm out of here. Cool. Ego. There are like several villagers that are actively like running away from you or like looking at you with blatant fear and backing away from the scene. So like the village is clearing out. Some people are coming out of the where is it? The Staghorn Flagon, which is number 5. So actually pretty close to the shop down here. There's like some drunk folks that come out and like see the commotion and are just like cheers and drink up and then just like run off.
To what villagers remain, Ego says, "No, I only meant like the Zentarum guys. You're fine." And I like sheath my sword and walk away.
Yeah, they're...
I know I'm not very convincing, but...
Yeah, they, you know, they saw you, like, use, like, 3rd level magic for a commoner is extremely powerful and can instantly kill a lot of them, so they're like, yeah. We're good!
Ego's like... They're not gonna say sorry, but they're like...
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm not stealing from you or attacking your homes. Or... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I'll walk back and come back to the party.
Yeah, for sure. So then with that, we're back at the top of the order. All of the thugs are getting out of here. Like, they're running away. Is there anything that anyone wants to do that we think might keep us in initiative, or are we feeling good to come out of it?
I feel good to come out of it.
Good.
Okay. Just making sure no one else is wanting to do violence.
Nah.
I didn't do any violence. What are you talking about?
Me neither.
Violence or shenaniganry that would require initiative.
Committing war crimes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Committing war crimes and definitely instantly making this business violate the health code in like 12 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I
Here's
will
to remember
clear...
mortals don't like brats very much.
That's true. They don't. We'll clear the turn order. Yeah. And you guys are able to gather in the business. You can like care. I mean, I don't know if you want to just leave the half-orc guy there. You can put him outside. Like, you can do whatever you want with him. He's literally unconscious. Clover, you're in the back room watching more and more rats just, like, pour in from various crevices.
Don is, like, really angry, but, like, he's like, damn, I really got angry. And he's starting to, like, remember his, like, thing where he's like, foster the light. So what he does is that he's probably going to, because this is like a produce store. Do they have like drinks?
Yeah, they have like probably like ginger beer and like root beer.
Yeah, he's going to put a basket together that has like a couple of like beers in it, and then he's going to put in one of his health potions and then just like leave it in the unconscious guy's lap.
Okay, for sure. You can definitely do that. What's everyone else up to? Clover, you staying in the back?
I'm gonna take a moment to investigate the changes more before I head back.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure. What are you investigating, like, specifically?
I think she's concerned about, like, the ledgers and books. Because, like, she would help with shit. for like stocking and stuff. She'd have to do inventory to like. I feel like she's looking for those type of things because like why is the back not stocked anymore?
Okay. Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Debating if I should use something. The investigations. The 13 total.
13 total?
Yeah. Maybe a D8.
Want to use a D8?
D8 is good.
You have 7 D8s, so.
Or a D10. What do you guys think?
I say D8.
Okay.
Yeah, D8 should be fine.
I'll do a D8. Take this off the chat. Uh, 15, 14, 15, 17 total.
Okay. So let's see. You pop over to the desk and like look at the ledger books, and I think what you would notice from that is over the last few months, basically from like the start of spring when like a little bit of it would have started in winter when like animal based products could come in, but definitely like in spring and more like recent months as summer unfolded, the like quantity of certain goods that the business is bringing in has changed from what you would consider to be like normal. You find like some of their purchase orders with some of the local businesses, and you notice that like there's been a large increase in orders of like cattle, so like freshly slaughtered cattle, like basically bringing in carcasses, some like pigs, things like that. And then like you would also notice that there's been a significant increase in like the orders for like pumpkins and watermelons.
Okay.
And that kind of like that's like odd. It's not pumpkin season yet, but it is like watermelon season. And you did notice that there was like a sizable display out there, but like the amount that they have in the ledger books would like just like the watermelons, like you don't know how they would have room for any of the other things. There are not that many watermelons in the store.
They don't match.
What you're seeing, yeah,
Inventory's
that
not
number's
matching
like
up.
not matching up. And I think like when you had popped into the store and maybe like glanced at some of like the price stickers, things are definitely a lot more expensive now than previously. Like they're definitely charging a premium on all of the goods. But you're definitely noticing there's a lot of orders for livestock and a lot of orders for like pumpkins, watermelons, like certain like squashes, any of the like really large vegetables and fruits.
Oh, I know what's
They're
going on.
smuggling shit. They gotta be smuggling shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you got a 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that would be that would be all that you find with that kind of check.
I'm gonna tell the party through the bond. I think I have evidence of them smuggling something, but I don't know what. And it's making me nervous.
You know what
like,
else?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Don was gonna like give a sigh and like straighten up, and go walk over to the back where Clover went.
Yeah, for sure. What would the rest of you like to do?
Ego's gonna stay outside, but will respond to the to what Clover just said about the smuggling, and say, I really wish I knew more about all this Zentarum and, I don't know, criminals and things. I'm way out of my element here, but I made all of the thugs run away screaming. That's good, right?
That gives us time. I have to still check on my grandpa, but it's okay. I don't really know much. I know about them, but this is my first time actually seeing it. Like, there's no explaining it otherwise.
Let me come look.
Yeah, you're better at books than I am. I need a financial advisor in here, please.
Another thing, Clover, that you would have gotten with a 17, now that I'm thinking about it, is like looking at like where all of these different products are like being allocated and like some of the choices that are being made there. You would notice that a lot of like the animal carcasses and those like pumpkins, watermelons, like squash, all those big pieces of produce are largely being allocated to like a satellite market that you can gather has been established in Waterdeep. Yeah. But when you look at like what the income that stall is making, like it seems like there's a lot of losses that are being listed as like coming, like they're only able to sell like a portion of what's being shipped, and they're tracking that like a lot of the product is like lost, damaged, or stolen.
It literally just average. Yeah, Don is gonna come into the back and basically ask. He's gonna look over at the guy laying down unconscious on the ground.
You see, she put the dagger on the desk, and as she's looking at she's not hiding anything here.
Yeah, he's gonna say, I'm sorry about headbutting your uncle.
It's okay. He didn't deserve to have his head caved in, but him being unable to talk is a blessing.
Well, I didn't try to kill him.
I know. You lost your temper, and what he said was not right, so I don't really blame you. I was ready to do something, not quite that drastic, but I understand, Dawn. I'm not mad.
Yeah. You said something about smuggling?
I'll like lift up the ledger and like point out the animal carcasses and the watermelons and the squash type things, and like,
I don't know how good you are at inventory, but it doesn't match up with the front, and there's no stored back here. And they're moving it to like a satellite thing that's taking losses. But like, why are they? It's the big items, so they must be smuggling something bigger to like compensate.
It looks like I suppose you could cut a classic money laundering scheme to me. I mean, if we're thinking about the Zentarum and they're the type of people that you say they are, it could just be that a large portion of the money or something is being smuggled inside of these gourds, hollow out a watermelon, hollow out a pumpkin, stuff a bunch of money in it. You can send it to Waterdeep and then say that it's been lost.
And they have multiple carts. Apparently.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. They could be smuggling other stuff inside them since they get pretty big. But I would assume that it's money. Then again, I don't think Waterdeep uses the same currency as necessarily anywhere else. Right? They use dragons.
Right, I think so. I remember it, yeah.
Anvil probably also uses dragons just because it's only like 2 or 3 days travel away from Waterdeep. So it's not like all
rejected.
Dragons, but like it's it's not an uncommon currency to see in Anvil.
Can I ask Dawn to like, because I feel like you're smarter than me. I could be wrong. I don't know what your intelligence is.
My intelligence is actually average. He's just.
What are you sitting at for like an investigation check?
My investigation is +4.
That's better than me. I got a +1. So I'm not proficient. I think she wants him to double check her work because, like, she's a little bit in denial that it's this blatant. Like, it's so blatant. She's like, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it over.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get to that real quick, Aurum and Saoirse. Aside from Saoirse, like, checking out some cool fun stuff and cool herbs, is there anything else that you wanted to do, and was there anything that Aurum wanted to do?
Yeah, Aurum wants to scoop the unconscious man up with the basket. Yeah, with the basket of beer.
For sure.
I'm gonna walk him outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try to find anybody from his gang. I'm sure they're not completely gone and potentially watching us, but if it was my tribe member, I'd want my person returned too. So.
Yeah. So you can roll me a perception check to try to see if you can spot any of the other thugs.
Nope. It's a. Well, I rolled a 3, but I have a +7. So 10.
Yeah. So I think you would see that the like gnomish man who had been like the shop clerk here, as soon as like the headbutt happened, he was out. He was like, I'm gone. I'm good. You would notice that because he's like very small, he basically climbed up onto the horse statue in town of the Great Shalarn, and is like kind of like cowering behind it, but like is trying to like look and see what's happening. He's not well hidden. He's just like confused and doesn't know what to do. He's not necessarily like one of the thugs that fought with you, but like you can see that like he's there and he was in the shop. You don't necessarily spot any other of the thugs though.
Hey.
I don't want any trouble.
Oh, really? Calm down. It's all right.
Please don't hit me.
Is this guy yours?
Black lightning? I know him. He's a guy that lives in town.
Is he a part of your gang?
What gang?
Listen, we're not monsters, and I know it seems like we're monsters, but we're not. We just had business we needed to take care of. And I know if I was in your shoes and this was one of my guys, I would want him back. So I'm trying to deliver your person to you so you can take care of him however you see fit. Now, if you want me to just drop him on the ground, I will. Or if you have somebody that can come take him for me, because I'm pretty sure you can't carry him. I'm not asking for anything.
I mean, I'm not confirming that I'm in a gang. I am a simple store clerk. But maybe if I were to, maybe just sit him against the statue here, and then it'll look like he just got drunk. And then maybe somebody that knows him, if he is in a gang, which I don't think he is, and I'm definitely not, then maybe that person would find him and take him away.
Alright, well, just so you know, this basket's his. My friend made this basket as an apology, and there's a potion that will heal him so he can walk on his own that I'm gonna leave right next to him in case any of his friends come by.
Okay.
And need to carry him.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry.
I mean, I'm still getting paid for the full day of work. So
he's a mood.
Right.
It's gonna be a bitch to restock all those vegetables, but that's a tomorrow me problem.
Yeah.
He's a
Man, I have
mood.
no idea.
Well,
Just no clue.
I didn't really think this far ahead, so bye. I'm gonna turn around and go back into the store.
Bye, thank you for not killing me.
No, we're not. We're not like that. I know it seemed like... Oh, God.
It's too late. We're the bad guys, guys.
Fine with me. I'm never coming back here, so...
Yeah. And then Dawn's investigation check.
Yes. I am going to use my inspiration for the day just to make sure that this is high.
Okay.
Natural 2024.
Okay. So Dawn, when you're looking over like the ledger books, the purchase orders and everything, like you're definitely seeing the pattern that Clover has pointed out. But the piece that's not connecting is like, well, what, like, you know, what are they, in order to like prove that these people are smuggling and money laundering, like you need actual evidence, you need like contraband, or like communications.
Yeah, we can tell that they're smuggling something, but there's no proof of
Yeah.
the thing that they are smuggling.
That's what Clover's
Yeah.
stuck on. She's like, I don't.
So
What?
There's a couple things because you got a natural 20. Number one, you like you're looking through like the desk first, and you would notice that there is like a false bottom in one of the drawers here, and it's pretty simple. This one's not very complicated, but you're able to like lift it up, and you find inside that a sheet of paper that has like a bunch of different letters on it, that are like, you know, A equals D, B
it's a
equals
cipher.
G, some sort of like it's almost like a math equation, but with letters. But yeah, with a natural 20, this looks like a cipher. I feel like Dawn probably has read the occasional spy novel, because I just feel like that's the kind of thing that, like, adolescent Dawn, like, the only entertainment, aside from sad yarding songs, was, like, reading, like,
and I also
intrigue.
think that after losing his whimsy, he thought about it, because I do think he's the type of person who weighed the benefits and detriments to becoming a criminal to get money.
Yeah, for sure. So you're like, yeah, oh, this is like a cipher. You don't find any like materials that you think you could use the cipher on in here, but I think the other thing that you get with a natural 20 is as you are like walking around the office space back here, when you walk over the rug, like you hear a little bit of like a creak, and it has a very hollow sound to it, and you almost feel the floorboard like move a little bit under your feet.
Yeah, so he's probably walking around looking at the cipher sheet and saying, Ego likes ciphers, right? I should probably hand this over to her. It'd probably make her pretty happy. And then he stops when he steps on the floorboard, and then he like lifts himself up and presses down slowly again, and then lifts it up. There's something here.
That is a new rug.
And he'll say over the telepathic bond, I think I found something in
Back office.
here. Yeah, in the back office. And also I have a cipher key for you, Ego, if you're interested.
So all of you hear that. So Ego, you're able to go back there if you'd like. Well, is my audio not going through to...
My audio might not be going through to Ig. Is he okay?
It did not. Can you just give me one more? Can you give it to me one more time? I'm just sitting here smiling.
Did you hear or Dawn sent over the Rary's telepathic bond that,
There was something under the floorboard.
they found
And
something under the
also-
floorboard and a cipher.
Yeah, because he can't remember if Ego said they like ciphers. I think they said they like riddles, but you know.
They like riddles, yeah, but no, I mean a cipher is like it's like a riddle puzzle. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. It's got riddle vibes.
Now that I'm sufficiently sure that the thugs aren't going to return, Ego will be like, oh, well, that sounds like something that I might be able to deal with. Not all this smuggling and banditry. I don't know anything about that, but I do know symbols.
Yeah. So I think Rary's telepathic bond is an hour. It's technically been way more than an hour, but we're gonna say right now is when it'll peter out, because that's my beef for not catching that sooner. But for, I think it's, I will check.
No. I think you're right. I might be confusing it with something else.
No, yeah, Rary's telepathic bond is an hour. You're thinking of telepathy.
Yeah.
Just telepathy. Yeah.
So you guys will feel that connection peter out, like sort of like music fading. Before Ego goes in, because you were technically outside, so you saw like Aurum bring this thug out, or you were standing outside watching to see if any thugs come back, right?
Yeah, Ego had never gone back in the building. No, Ego's been chilling outside to kind of be like, no, I'm not attacking the town. It's fine.
You would have seen Aurum brings out this like half-orc individual, sits in there, has a conversation with this gnome, and the gnome guy probably like scurried off, and then as you're turning to go back in, you can see that he's scurrying out of the chicken, like the fresh egg and fowl shop, and there's like an orange-skinned tiefling woman who looks very like over this shit, like deeply unsatisfied, that like comes and stands over this half-orc guy and is just like tapping her foot, and like sighs, pulls one of the like ginger beers out of the basket, pours it on the guy's head, and then takes the potion and like shoves it in his mouth unceremoniously, and she starts like helping to like pick him up, and carries him off towards the egg and fowl store.
Motherfuck.
Yeah.
So then you can head in. Saoirse has like multiple baskets filled probably at this point.
Yeah, she's definitely got like 2 big baskets like filled with stuff. I don't know that she's gonna like go for grabbing more baskets than that. I know I can do that because I bring in groceries all the time by myself for 4 people, and I've got bags upon bags of stuff. But I feel like Saoirse's just doing some like light shopping. So she's got
2 hands and 2 baskets. Yeah. Just like full of sweets. There's like all kinds of like little cookies and things in the store too. Yeah.
And candy.
So Saoirse's like loaded up.
Did you she'll like peek into like the back room and be like, did you want me to come in here and do this? Like, is there a thing that we're all doing, or
I don't.
I got a lot of nice things.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. I think we're just waiting for Ego. This Ego's better, and Don's gonna look in this underneath the rug.
Yeah,
there's something under
like
here.
As he's like down on his knees, and he's like, I found a key to a cipher, but not any coded message itself.
Oh, I thought there was a cipher to solve.
Well, there could be. I'm gonna roll back the rug.
Yeah, you can totally do that. You would see that there's like a hatch, like a basement hatch, that has been cut into the wood that was already here. This was not here before. There was no basement to this business before.
I'm gonna open it.
It is locked.
I'm gonna check my uncle's body for a fucking key.
Investigation check for that, please. Actually, you don't need to make an investigation check. He doesn't have the key. He doesn't have the key.
Did you want a knock spell?
Sure.
We already chased everyone away.
I've had it prepared since the castle. Honestly, I haven't changed any of my spells around.
Sure.
Just take out my wand and give it a little swish and flick, and I'll tap on it and cast knock. Makes the very loud knocking sound, the big echoey
Yeah,
sound.
for sure. You can definitely do that. And you will feel like the lock inside the like little keyhole there click open, and you can pull the hatch open. There is like a ladder that goes down into like a dark, like crawl space kind of basement. It's not super big, but if you would like to climb down, you can.
I'm gonna go down. This is my responsibility now.
Yeah, so you climb down. The space down here is like no more than 5 to 10 feet across. So getting like the whole party down here is going to be extremely cramped. But like two of you can be down here, and that's like the line of like, okay, now we're about to be uncomfortable.
Right.
So you and Dawn can climb down. As you look around here, there's like shelves like lining the walls down here, and a lot of them are empty. But you do see that there's like a couple crates, and there's a bunch of like little vials of like some sort of liquid.
Motherfuck.
You would notice that there is like a crate that the lid is like still pried off and open and filled with like that kind of like soft packing filled with weapons. Would you like to investigate any of the things that are down here? A lot of the shelving does appear to be kind of empty down here, but there's like some stuff.
I'll aid Dawn in the investigation so he can get advantage, but I think I'm gonna check out, like, while he's doing that, I'm focusing on the vials.
Okay, for sure.
I might take one, depending if they all look the same.
Yeah, so, Dawn, if you would like, you can roll an investigation check with advantage.
You got it. The looker. Not as good. 16, 12 plus 4.
Okay, so as you are like kind of poking into the different like little crates and boxes and jars and vials, the little like vials specifically, you're not like sure exactly what they are. There is like a couple of the vials have this like clear liquid, and it's odorless and it's colorless. Like it's almost like smelling like water. If you guys want to like taste some of it, you can do that. But I need you to tell me specifically if you're going to do that. But some of them, it's just like a clear liquid. There are others that have this like Icarus purple substance in it that has like this very caustic smell, almost like smelling ammonia or bleach, that you have to like pull back from. You also find that there are a couple like bricks of like a pale blue powder like wrapped up.
Oh my god.
Dawn, I think Dawn instantly knows what this is. This is like blue sand. It's like a very illegal substance in Waterdeep. It's known to be very addictive. And
oh no!
It's something that people snort, and initially like it makes people like really strong and really energized, but after they like start consuming it regularly, it drains a lot of their energy. It causes like their like mucous membranes to deteriorate. And like it's pretty lethal. If someone develops an addiction to it, it's highly likely that it will kill them.
Yeah. He like frowns and he says, "Are these drugs?" That's blue sand over there. I don't know what the rest of this stuff is, but it's
Does
bad.
Clover know what blue sand is? I don't know if she does.
I feel like Clover's probably heard of it because like I feel like there's probably a point where like your aunt like, you know, after you had been like maybe doing a lot of like physical labor at one of like the horse farms, was like, yeah, you probably only have that energy because you're snorting the blue. Like she like would have accused you of like doing drugs.
She would have accused me of doing drugs. Okay. Her ears flattened. She's gonna take one vial each of the purple and the clear. She wants to get these checked out, but she's not in the. She's gonna put that away in the bag of holding. Not touching the blue sand.
Yeah, there's like also like crates of weapons down here. A lot of them like seem like you wouldn't find anything that is like a big Zweihander. Like these are like smaller, like hand crossbows, daggers.
Okay.
Maybe some short swords. A lot of like smaller things. And then just like random stuff like there's manacles, there's rope.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go out, shut the door. Like when we're both out, I'll shut the door and recover it, and just like leave it as is, like leave the room as is, and ask if everyone would be okay if we could go check on my grandfather, and just leave this for now. This is not my problem at the moment.
I should probably make sure the birds know not to bother him.
Yeah. You guys can come with me if you want, but that's where I think I should go. I need to check on Grandpa.
Alright, let's go.
Sorry, 1 second.
Grandma would be so upset if she knew.
Yeah. They could probably be executed if someone knew.
In Waterdeep?
In Waterdeep, yeah.
Okay.
Eagle, are you sharing that you saw the half-orc guy get taken into the egg shop?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was really focused on Cypher, but let's see. If Clover was that was information that probably was told to, because the telepathic bond is gone. Probably Aurum. I feel like Aurum with the others doing stuff. Ego would have been like, oh, I don't want to, bother anybody else with the doing. So probably tell Aurum like, oh, I saw that knocked out orc was carried off to the chicken shop.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
But why there?
Well, I mean, if they're running this establishment, they're likely running that establishment.
Should we follow up on that as well? I'm not good with all this. Is already become more complicated than anything. I deal with people like one at a time.
Yeah, I think
this whole organization of crime is beyond. I don't know what we should be going after first.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Dawn and Clover. Clover?
Yeah, I'll come back out now that I've expressed what I needed to express.
I'll follow.
Back outside.
Yeah.
The knocked out orc. There was also a tiefling who gave him a potion, but carried him back to the chicken shop.
That potion was mine. I
her
gave him a
ears,
healing potion for the trouble.
Clover's ears flatten again. I need to go check on my grandpa. This is making me really nervous, and I don't... They're in a Brightheart establishment? What have they done?
I think it's probably a good time for us to talk about how we maneuver these situations moving forward, because yes, those are bad people, but in this scenario, to all of the people that weren't bad people, we are the bad people. And they were all looking at us like we were monsters. And we're better than that. So yeah, it's a problem that those people are running these stores. But I think we need to go about it from a different perspective. We're not in the Feywild anymore.
That would have happened if he didn't say that shit about my family. I wasn't intending to start any fights.
He was really
I
mean.
understand. I figured when something happened, but I just think it's important to talk about this based on the impact we had on the regular people.
Yeah, maybe you guys, don't come with me then. My aunt is worse. A lot worse.
He was the better one?
He was the neutral one.
And if the others try to hurt you, then what?
I have a means of escaping if I need to. But I need to check on my grandpa. I can't... They're dealing with drugs and, like, criminals now? Like, I need to check on him.
I can go with you.
Okay.
I think... I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit shook with how all of that worked and how that went down. Because the way that they looked at us, the way that person I was hitting looked at me, it reminded me of how I look at the Wild Hunt and how I saw them.
That's not the same thing.
But the terror that those people felt is just as real.
But those people spend all day inflicting that kind of terror on other people.
But to the general
people.
population, they're being protected by those people. The first thing they did when they saw something happen in the store is they ran out and yelled for them.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Aurum.
It's just it's a matter of perspective, and we have to pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to send, at least, if you don't want me to come with you, I'm at least going to send the magpie with you so that she can see your grandfather and know which person not to bother.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I don't understand any of what's going on. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, that went great. So, I'm here.
Well,
I'm just going to follow your leads, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Ego, there are like
handled much differently where I'm from.
Yeah.
There are like several rats that are giving you like the stink eye and occasionally like trying to come over and like bite you or like menace you.
It always gets just long enough for me to forget that Ego has that animal thing.
Well, so not all of them are like the core 30 rats have no problem with Ego because they're fey rats. All of the other ones that are showing up are like coming in, like having a good time, and then they see Ego and they're like, "Oh, fuck that one specifically."
Oh,
Okay,
buddy.
so while they're like gnawing on my boot and Ego's looking down at them, Ego is gonna be like, "Oh, also, I keep on forgetting to ask. I meant to ask back at Dawn's place, but everything got me. Where can I get some incense around here?" Asking to the party.
Probably that, eccentric goods place, maybe?
Yeah, Shrindalar's secrets might have like a little bit, but like any high volume is gonna have to come from Waterdeep.
You can check to see if she
How
has
much
any in
is
stock.
how much is a high volume?
What kind of quantity of incense are you looking to get, like monetarily?
Let me check the spell. I think it's 30 gold's worth.
That's probably like they probably have 30 gold's worth of fancy incense.
Let me see. I'm just gonna double check though.
Okay, so Aurum's coming with me. Ego's going shopping.
10.
Oh, okay.
Just 10. 10 gold. But I don't... The thing is, did we ever confirm whether or not the money that was on my character sheet was legit from a dragon horde, or am I actually poor?
I think it's from a dragon horde. I think like
I think
people,
we
like,
did get-
I think you
we
guys
did
just
get
grabbed
gold.
some money. We're gonna
We
say that
did
you
get
have it
gold.
from the dragon horde.
Okay, because it's like 4,400 gold. Is that you sure?
We got gold, but we
4,400?
remember because we were like, what do we do with gold? No one wants gold. So we're like, we'll keep it,
Yeah.
but like, we're like, what do we do with it?
Okay.
You can you can, I mean, like, if you want to have all of that, you can. If you want to split it amongst the party, you can, but
Just
we'll
keep
say
it in the
that's
party
fine.
funds of like bag of holding shit. That's fine.
I am like legit okay with being like, if I have enough to buy incense later, that's fine. That might be all, like, because I don't know if Ego would have even held on to the gold, but that's fine. I'm not gonna do it right now. I just wanted to make sure that there was somewhere to get it. Okay, that is noted. I can handle that later. I think that I have some gold sitting in the bottom of my trinket bag from the dragon or whatever. I
Are you gonna
think I
come
found
with?
it when I was cleaning it out. Yeah, I'm gonna come. Of course.
Okay.
Of course I'm gonna come.
Dawn.
I'll come, but I won't engage with them.
Okay.
I'm just there to back you up just in case something happens.
Where would you like me to go if I'm not coming?
You can come if everybody's coming. It was just a suggestion. Follow me. I'm gonna start heading to the family home.
Okay, is
I
anyone
will
not?
summon back the magpie
Okay,
because I do want to make sure it knows to be like, this guy's off the shit list.
yeah, for sure. Is there anyone that's not going to Clover's house? Or Clover's family's home? Okay, so the Bright Heart Abode was a modest 2-story halfling-sized home designed from Grandma Magnolia's creative mind and built by Grandpa Yoshi's hardworking hands. The rustic half-timber facade was once painted many colors, botanical pink on the first floor topped with buttery yellow on the second, and herby green accents on the shutters and door. The window boxes once overflowed with multicolored flowers, the exterior was once cloaked in climbing ivy, and the attached solarium overflowed with greenery. It was a home where everyone had a place to call their own, and every last one of Magnolia's countless trinkets, baubles, and knickknacks had a place of pride. That is not the home that you see before you today as you approach the place that Clover's leading you to. The half-timber exterior is now covered in bright white siding. The bursting front garden has been replaced with immaculately shaped hedges and statues. And contrasting black paint has replaced the mossy green accents on like the shutters and the front door. Of all the special touches to the exterior that Magnolia Brightheart once lovingly planned, only the solarium with its curving copper patina framework remains. As you approach, because the Brightheart like home, like the village is where the shops are, and then like slightly outside of that is where like different clusters of homes are. So you're not in the immediate village area, but as you're like leaving town, everyone is giving you guys a wide berth and is like running inside of their houses, because they're just like they're people with like 2 hit points. They're freaked out. But once you get over to the neighborhood there, like it seems like the people over here don't have as much an idea of what's happened in town. And you would notice that there's about like a dozen laborers milling about the front yard, like packing up supplies, organizing building materials, and like heading out from a day of work as the evening encroaches. Because we're looking at about like 6-7 o'clock right now. Clover, and also Aurum, you guys can give me perception checks.
$14.
30-20.
Okay. So this check normally would have only really been for Clover, but because Aurum sat outside and saw that wagon, this check applies to you. You would notice, Aurum, another one of these wagons, like this big covered wagon is parked in front of the garage. It has all these like gilded details on like the wheels and on the sides, and there is this like bright, colorful, very gaudy sign hanging from the sides of the wagon declaring in all capital letters, Brightheart Flowers, Foods, and Fowl. Fresh from Anthale. Halfling grown. Halfling raised. Premium quality. Feed your family the best food in Faerun.
Oh my god.
This.
Okay.
And that's like parked out in front of like the garage building, which is like a detached little building off on the side.
I think as we get closer to like, she's heading towards the front door. I think as we get closer, she gets a little teary-eyed as she's like taking it all in, and not in a good way.
Yeah. So you can approach the now shockingly stark black front door.
It's pretty obvious my house key doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna knock.
Yeah, no, it does. It super doesn't work. The locks have been changed. Your knuckles rap against the wooden front door, and after a few moments, your cousin Misty is the one to greet you, and she casts a too long stare your way as she looks you up and down with a sneer on her face. She's like, "Oh, you're back. Did you like come to beg for money or something now that we're on the up and up?"
No, I'm here to check on Grandpa.
I'm gonna cast a spell on her.
Okay.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Oh.
Okay. What do you need me to do for that?
I need a Wisdom save. AC 15.
That's a 13.
Cool. I'm gonna put my hand out and say, well, that's no way to greet your family member and her friend. Hello, my name's Aurum.
And she like has this moment where there's like some golden butterflies that are like spectrally fluttering around her head, and then they kind of like fade into her. Her eyes get this like shimmer for a second, and then she like shakes it off and looks at you and says, "Oh my gosh, Aurum, it's like really good to meet you. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I could probably... Hi, Clover. Welcome home."
Thanks,
Why don't you give her a hug?
Oh, that's not necessary.
I mean, I guess I could. And she'll, like, awkwardly, like, come over and, like, robotically, like, holds out her arms and, like, barely drapes them around you and, like, pats...
Equally, like, that really awkward, like, hey... out of politeness, not because she wants to. I'm gonna slip past her if she's not stopping me.
No, she's not stopping you.
I'm going in the house.
Yeah, so as you enter the home, you have all of these memories from your childhood of the, like, countless decorations and trinkets, little treasures that your grandma Magnolia was, like, famous for collecting and displaying all over her home. The interior always used to be so chaotic, and it kind of remained that way even after Grandma passed. She died a few years after your dad did, so you have actual memories of her in a way that you don't necessarily have of your dad. And the home had stayed that way even after her passing, because Grandpa Yoshi, like, wanted it to be that way. You do not see any of those trinkets now. You are walking into a partially, like, renovated foyer and receiving room. A lot of, like, the structure of this home has been completely redone or is in the process of being rebuilt and redesigned. Everything in here, top to bottom, it's like white paint, white furniture, like white marble floors, very, very luxurious, very, very devoid of like the color and character and texture that your grandma spent her entire life putting into this house. You don't see a single thing of her other than the overall structure of this house. Like the overall shape of the home is there, but everything about it is changed. There's very clearly, like, construction that was happening in here, and based off of those workers you saw, like, they probably finished the exterior pretty quick. Like, putting up new siding and a roof doesn't take super long, but, like, interior work can take a while. So there's, like, parts of the house as you walk in that you notice, like, are dusty and, like, you know, closed off with, like, tarps because they're doing work. And you would see that your aunt is in the kitchen, which is now, like, directly visible from the front door because it's completely open concept. None of the rooms that existed are there anymore outside of, like, the bathroom. And she's at the back in this kitchen in front of this, like, big fancy stove. She's, like, definitely not actually cooking, but she has, like, a big glass of wine in hand and is, like, taking a big sip of it and turns and then, like, sees you and, like, sets her glass down like very hard and just like stares at you. What are you doing back here, you ungrateful girl?
Hi, Auntie.
That's just how you're gonna show up here after being gone for months? You stopped showing up for work at the store. Do you know how much work your Uncle Norman had to do? He had to hire clerks to work in the store. He had to hire people to stock the shelves, all right? I had to hire a gardener and a landscaper to mow the lawn and to maintain everything. I had to hire construction workers to put up siding and cover that disgusting paint that my mother put up. Why are you
Don
here?
is already, he's like biting his nails.
Like, I gotta go. And now you're coming back into my house. Oh, and look, you brought a gaggle of freaks with you. I guess that makes sense.
Can I recast Charm Person at 2nd level?
Sure. Sure.
And hit both of them?
Auntie rolls a natural 20.
Of course she does.
Cousin Misty, another 13.
Silvery barbs, but I want to solve this not by just casting magic at people. I want to like work it out.
I don't know if working it out's gonna be possible.
If Charm Person fails, do they know? I don't think they know, right? I think it's like after it ends.
I think it's specifically after it ends, they know
After
they
it
were
ends.
charmed.
Yeah. Okay. So like, oh, go ahead.
Ego's just going to say, I understand that her not working at the shop was a big problem, but why do you have to call strangers freaks?
I mean, look at you. What are you wearing? Why are you coming into my house looking like this? I mean, there was a circus here a few months ago. Did you miss your wagon when they left?
Auntie.
No. When?
So there is also a moment where like as you're like ending the Charm Person and casting a new one, there's like a 6-second span of time where like clarity returns to Cousin Misty's eyes, and she like shakes it off and looks up at you, Aurum, and is like, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing, but you shouldn't be casting that." Oh, Aurum, it's so good to see you again.
Perfect.
So then you tell your Auntie Magdalene, you kind of like cut her off as she's talking. She's like, "Who do you think you are to come into this house after you vanished for months and act like you run the place, Clover? You are just like your mother. You are so entitled. You think that this whole world is just made for you and your whims. You know who had to take care of everything when you just vanished? We did. Do you know how inconvenient that was?"
He almost died. Several times. Why
Should we
are you
consider that
acting
a-
like this?
I think when when Ego starts talking, I think that Don is just gonna put his hand on like Ego's, I guess, head, and just let Clover handle it.
So what, you just come in here with some big sob story that you worked on to try to see if you could garner sympathy and get our money? Oh, you almost died. Well, clearly not if you're walking back in here, little girl.
A lot has changed, Auntie. And for the first time, I am so disappointed in you.
Excuse me?
What would Grandma say? Look around. What would Grandma say?
Grandma can't say anything, all right? She's in the ground.
God.
I'm sure she's glad that she doesn't have to witness this.
She doesn't feel anything, Clover. She's gone. And it's probably for the best, considering she couldn't rein your mother in. And she couldn't rein you in either. Look at you. Just like her. Just like Marigold. Running off. Just doing whatever you feel like in the moment. No concern for your family. No concern for bettering the Brightheart name. No, you just want to drag it through the mud.
That's rich coming from a family that's now dealing with drugs and criminals? Who's better
Drugs
now?
and criminals?
I saw.
What are you?
The blue sand?
So-
That's all you.
I don't know what you're talking about, thinking that you're gonna just accuse me of doing drugs when you were probably off on a bender for 9 months.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can roll an insight check on her.
Ooh. I don't have a modifier, but a 17? Natural?
She's like genuinely offended when you bring up the drugs. Like she genuinely is like confused, but like the confusion goes away immediately because like you have accused her of a thing.
Right.
And like even though she clearly does not understand what you're saying, like she is mad because you've accused her of something.
Okay. I believe you. I believe you didn't know.
I can't believe that you would accuse me of using drugs.
Not using
you really think-
No, you're not using, Auntie. Of course not. But the family is selling it.
No, we're not. We sell luxury produce, meats, Amphale fancies. We're even developing a new type of chicken.
I'm gonna do you a favor because I don't want you guys to be executed for what I've found. Go find Uncle. He's in the back office of the grocery store. And underneath the brand new carpet is now a basement underneath our business. You go down there and you deal with it. Otherwise, I'm telling the Waterdeep Guard and they'll deal with it.
So you're
this is your last chance.
You attacked your uncle and ransacked his shop?
Twist it however you want. You have until I contact the guard to deal with it. Get it out of the grocery store. You're disgusting. And I'm gonna go look for Yoshi. I'm gonna go look for my grandpa. I'm pissed.
Aurum, give me an insight check.
Sure.
While all this is happening. Actually, okay, hold on. Aurum aside, the other three of you, what are you like focused on as this is all unfolding?
I'm getting triggered.
Okay, yeah, you're getting triggered. That's fair.
Like this is like my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any like it's because there's two different family members here plus like the whole house. If you're focused on one of those specific things, just tell me now because it's going to impact who else might get to insight check.
I'm gonna look at the other two family members. I want to see what's going on with them, like how they are reacting to all of this happening.
Well, it's just Aunt Magdalene and Cousin Misty right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So did you want to look at Cousin Misty?
Well, I know that she's acting weird. She was, because I remember I was there for the first time I saw her interact with Clover, because she came around when Clover was hanging out with my family way at the beginning and started like high school bullying her.
Yeah, she surely did.
So he already knows that she's acting weird.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know. I think he's definitely looking around to see if anything like dangerous is about to happen. But he's mostly just trying to bite his tongue because he's like, his like family values are so high, and like everybody in Clover's family that he's run into so far has like pissed him off.
Yeah.
He like values family over everything, but he's starting to get the idea that just talking to them isn't going to make them like listen to him. Like they're not gonna take in what he's saying. They're too busy focusing on victimizing themselves. So he's like, it's not even worth talking to them anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. Saoirse, I know you are waiting to see Grandpa so that you can free him from the magpie torture that is about to be inflicted upon this household. Is there anything?
I think she just makes sure that the magpie knows that, like, these two are on the list.
Yeah.
The next guy, not on the list. So, like, she can pass the word to the rest of the crows. She's listening to the conversation. She's trying to, like, understand what's going on in the conversation. Because none of this makes any sense to her. Because like, why does this woman hate Clover? How could you possibly hate Clover? What is wrong with you? Like, are you literally insane? I think that's kind of the conclusion that Saoirse has gotten to at this point, is that, like, your aunt is actually crazy. Might have been, like, touched by the wrong archfey and got her brains addled and, like, is just literally outside her mind. Because that's the only way you could possibly hate Clover to this degree. So really not actually worth her time, except in the, like, way of that she's going to ruin all of them. And is enjoying her snackies. She's, like, got, like, cookies, and she's, like, just snacking right now, I think.
Okay, cool. So then it'll just be Aurum on the insight check.
I rolled a 10 plus 3. Should I add something to that? What do you guys think?
Probably.
Add a D8. D8.
You guys have lots of chat rewards in every type.
Everything.
St. Andrew did give us another D8, by the way.
Oh, we did?
D8.
Yeah.
I'll D8 for it.
I just
Thank
filed
you,
that
St.
away
Andrew.
later.
No, I appreciate you keeping an eye on that.
So that becomes an 18.
Okay. As Clover is having this exchange with Aunt Magdalene, because you, like, charmed Misty, like, Misty is, like, kind of, like, hanging back by you and, like, not really, like, paying attention necessarily to what's happening with her mother and Clover. And when the mention of, like, smuggling and, like, blue sand and everything comes up, like, you see Misty kind of, like, like, giggles a little bit. Like, just, like, a faint little, like, smirk and a giggle.
Oh,
What's so
She
funny,
might know
Misty? I don't.
Oh, it's, you know, I just, like, I'm not really, like, listening, but, like, Clover's so funny, like, I can't believe she's, like, accusing my mom of smuggling drugs, as if my mom is that smart.
Who would be that
Her?
smart?
Yeah.
Oh, my parents, I mean, you know, like, my dad, I guess, kind of works hard, but he's a pushover, and, I mean, my mom just has, like, a big personality. I wouldn't exactly call her smart. She just gets her way by being loud and throwing tantrums.
Hey, so are you the smart one that's smuggling the drugs?
Shh.
How far is the store from here? Like, time-wise.
Oh, like, you're, as a DM question, or you're asking her that?
I'm asking her where you have the drugs stored.
Shh, you gotta listen, alright? Like, I know we're cool, but, like, you can't just, like, say that out loud.
Yeah. How far is the store?
Well, I mean, the grocery store and the fowl shop are, like, in town. It's, like, 10-minute walk.
Could you do me a favor? While we go see Grandpa,
What's up?
could you just go, like, grab a brick and show it to your mom? Would that be weird? Be kind of funny.
I mean, she was considering doing, like, a brick floor in the kitchen to, like, bring a pop of color in. But then she decided against it because she wanted to do, like, gray wood floors.
I'm saying one of the, like, the drug bricks.
Oh, one of the blue
Yeah.
sand bricks?
Yeah, it's like a funny gag, funny joke.
I mean, it, like, would be kind of funny, but I think she also might kill me if she saw that.
Just like a, oops, where'd that come from? She doesn't even need to see you put it down. She's probably gonna follow us to see Grandpa, and then you just come put it on the counter.
Roll a persuasion check, you have advantage. But this is not something that she's just instantly going to agree to because she's charmed. Because this is like, we have now entered the territory of borderline asking her to do something that threatens her life.
Yeah.
Your mom would, Aunt Magdalene would literally end her.
I have a thing for persuasion checks. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that added to my charisma check? Yeah. Where's persuasion? Can I not read? It is already added. Okay.
I mean, Aurum
And then
can't
for-
read.
Or can't fucking read. But Clover, you would also know that like Grandpa Yoshi, he was living in a room on the first floor because stairs started getting really hard for him as he got older, and he got very frail after like a couple years after Grandma died. There's no bedroom here. Like the door to the bathroom is still there, but everything is just like an open concept, like living area into kitchen. You don't see like a bedroom down here.
I guess I'm gonna look around.
For the persuasion check?
Oh, my dice are going in jail.
Oh, okay.
That was an 11.
Misty, like, kind of, like, thinks about it and is like, honestly, like, I think my mom actually would stab me if I did that. And I mean, like, also, like, I'm kind of, like, running a whole, like, I have, like, a plan here, you know? Like, I think it's best if we just leave it secret, because then Mom doesn't have to ask questions about where the money comes from.
What's the plan?
I don't know. We're making money, obviously.
Yeah, but what's, like, the big plan? I love plans.
Well, I might have gotten into contact with some people who have connections.
Kind of people.
And they might be associated with the Zentarum, you know.
Oh.
Yeah,
How
I'm
smart
like really
of you.
I'm really
smart.
well connected. Yeah, I back in the for like the winter and the spring, I went and I stayed with my ex-boyfriend in Waterdeep. I dumped him, but while I was there, I met this guy named Davil Starsong when I was at this really big like tavern in Waterdeep. It's like really cool, super exclusive. I'm sorry, you probably couldn't get in there. They'd probably kick you out. But yeah, like connected with him, like we were really vibing, like he really liked my energy. And you know, I mentioned that like my family had this super nice grocery business, and we also breed horses, and you know, we just got to talking, and like he thought it might be a good idea if like he could help us out if we helped him out, you know?
Did he kill the old lady that ran the chicken pen?
No.
Oh, who did that?
I did it.
I'm gonna have to murder my cousin. I'm gonna have to murder my cousin.
She was like such a gross, weird old lady, and she stunk like chicken shit. And so I just like...
She's actually insane.
You know, I just broke into her house, and, you know, she fell down the stairs. Maybe because I might have pushed her.
So
She's a sociopath. What the heck?
So what does your family think? Where do they think they're getting the money from? Actual groceries?
Oh, I mean, I just like suggested that since that old Merrill Bar hag crone lady died, we might as well pick up that business. And you know, I suggested to Dad that like maybe I could run that one. So I've been you know, taking more of a lead in like the family business side of things, but it's all been really, really clever. You know, we've been really careful about like keeping everything, different streams of income like separated, you know, because like when you make the money, you don't also want that where the things that you're moving are. So, you know, the grocery side of things helps us get stuff into Waterdeep. The egg business helps us cover the funding side of it. Or, you know, making it look like that anyway.
So where do you stash the main portion of your drugs?
Oh, well, those are in the grocery store because we usually will hollow out. Yeah, we'll like hollow out, you know, the plan at least is when we get pumpkins, but now watermelon, we hollow them out, we put them inside and ship it right through. Some of the stuff, like we'll get some cattle, slaughter them, and prepare like the whole cow and put like weapons inside of the carcass, because like the watch isn't gonna go poking around in like dead bloody meat, you know?
Yeah. Well, hey, I just want to let you know I know everything now, so
Yeah, and you're gonna keep it secret because we're friends.
Yeah, and once you realize that you've talked to me about all of this in like an hour, probably less, I suggest keeping a level head about yourself and not snapping on me like you did a couple minutes ago.
Oh, I mean, I that's fine. I'm not really worried about that. None of it's in my name anyway.
Whose name's it?
Grandpa.
Oh.
We transferred the ownership deed for both businesses into his name. None of the business dealings are signed in my name. Why would I do that and incriminate myself? If we ever were to get caught, it would all be on him, and then we finally wouldn't have to deal with a dirty old man anymore.
He's crazy.
I'm gonna turn to Clover. Is Clover gone?
Clover's searching.
Left.
Clover, this is. If I would have stayed if I heard this. No, Clover. I already said before this started.
I'm
looking for my
alone?
grandpa.
So
I don't know who's
are
around
going,
you.
Like you're going like upstairs to look.
Yeah. Do we have a basement? I'm scared
No.
to. Okay, I'll look upstairs first.
Yeah. So your aunt is like following you and is just like yelling at you to get out.
Mhm.
You don't have a lot of time to like do all of this. Roll me an investigation check.
I'm gonna use a reroll. That was really bad. That was like an 8 total, so. I need to find my grandpa. I'm calling out to him. I don't know if that helps, but. 10.
A 10. Okay. You're calling out to Grandpa Yoshi, but when you go upstairs, like there used to be a couple more bedrooms here because there was like, one for when the house was originally built, Grandma and Grandpa had a room, Magdalene had a room, your mother Marigold had a room, they had like a guest room. Like they built in rooms for like grandchildren and things that they had hopes for. The upstairs is like very heavily under construction. Most of the rooms that would be there have been like opened up, and it looks like they're trying to like combine and make fewer bedrooms but bigger bedrooms up here.
Cool.
You with the 10, like you run to the only door that you see and you throw it open, and this is like the master bedroom for Aunt Magdalene and Uncle Norbin. And it's like so gaudy in here, like marble floor, there's like a bear skin rug on the ground, like they have like a waterbed, like Grandpa is not in here, and you don't hear him respond when you are like yelling for him. And your aunt is like, you need to get out of my house now.
Where's Grandpa?
Why do you care?
Where is he?
He's in the garage.
Why is he in the garage?
Because we don't have a room for him in the house. We needed to open up the living room and have more space, and his room was in the way. He doesn't need a whole room in the house.
I shove her. I shove her to the ground. I shove her to the ground. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I'm not doing roll because
I'm not doing damage.
Yeah, but she her wine glass falls and spills. And she falls to the ground, and like her eyes look like they're gonna just like bulge out of her skull. And as she like looks at you with this mix of like rage and like a little bit of fear. Who do you think you are? Respect your elders!
I am going to cast Sorcerer's Burst. I am not casting it at her, but I'm doing it beside her head.
Oh my god. Okay, what does that do?
I cast Sorcerer Energy at one creature or object within range, so I'm doing object, I'm doing the floor. I'm gonna choose fire. I'm gonna do the most damage in her pretty little room.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely like do that, and there's basically just this like explosion of like elemental energy. Like I feel like there's like an event horizon that like opens up briefly and then just explodes into fire, and she like screams and starts like scuttling away, and it's like, So now you're just going to try to attack and kill your aunt and burn down your family home? You just have no care for anything that's important, Clover. You're just like your mother.
That's my line. I will deal with you later. I'm gonna go find my grandpa.
How about you deal with me never and get out?
Gladly.
You're not welcome back.
You're gonna regret this.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, what did I... Oh no! Oh no!
Turn on death by AI.
Death by AI.
I accidentally clicked, like it auto popped up. How do I make this stop?
I don't know.
Leave activity.
Leave activity.
Leave
Sorry.
activity.
Okay, there we go. That's better now. So yeah, you're heading downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the garage, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna pause for a second here. I just want to give like a little bit of a trigger warning that there may be some depictions of elder abuse coming up. And if that's like the kind of thing that is going to be triggering for you, I would recommend maybe like stepping away for 5 minutes, grabbing a glass of water, and then come back. Just as a warning to everybody. So you can storm out the door. You can see that like Misty is like kind of like quietly talking with like Aurum, because I think their conversation is still happening as all of this is going on with you. So you can storm out the front door and head over to the garage, where you can see that like gaudy giant covered wagon is parked. And you would know that there is like a small like storage closet in the garage. Like it's mostly just space for like a wagon, or like, you know, doing like carpentry or something. Like your grandpa would build furniture and things in this space. But I think your mind naturally like tells you to go to that like back storage room, because you're just like riding high on some like very anxious energy right now. When you open the door, you immediately get hit with like the stench of like human excrement and like moldering straw. And you can see that there is like a small like straw cot, like the straw stuffed mattress shoved up against one of the walls. Your grandfather Yoshi is laying in that bed. He looks very thin. His skin is like very pale and sallow. You don't even need to make like a perception check for this. You can see he has like bruises on his arms that are very clearly like hand shaped. There is like a bedpan in here. It's overflowing. He's laying in like a puddle of his own excrement. You know, like looking at like some of the back side of his body, just with an immediate glance, like he has bed sores. He probably hasn't been moved out of this bed for like weeks. And he like hears the door open and looks over, and even when he's in this like state where his cheeks are looking kind of hollow and gaunt, this like little halfling man who has like a bald head and like bushy eyebrows and like little like wisps of like a goatee coming out of his chin, he looks over at you and says, "Oh, Marigold, you're home. I missed you. Did you see the couch that I was building out there? I picked that floral pattern that reminds me of you for the fabric. I hope you like it."
I love it, Grandpa. I'm so sorry I haven't been here. And she doesn't step into the space. She doesn't go near him. She's gonna cast Bigby's hand and like scoop and cradle him up and bring him out.
Mm-hmm.
She will drop him gently, like so he's like in her lap outside the house, and she's swinging Bigby's hand right at the front of the house, like just full destruction. Full destruction. Yeah. I don't care that they're remodeling. I'm gonna remodel this house.
Is your Bigby's paw? Is your Bigby's hand a cat's paw?
Yes, it is. It's a cat's paw.
Yeah. So this little like cat paw is able to gingerly like scoop up the frail form of your grandfather, and like looking around in this room, like there's like a plate of like bread with like maggots in it. Like they haven't been bringing him a lot of food. It's very clear he's been like very poorly treated. But you're able to carry him out gently and walk out there with your Bigby's hand and kind of like kneel in a patch of soft grass, maybe like near the solarium that he helped to build.
I'm not touching that part. I'm doing the new house.
Yeah, I figured you're not gonna hurt that, but you can like get him out there and like sit in the grass with him and like maybe like start trying to clean him off and sit with him. And then this Bigby's paw, it's a Bigby's hand paw. It's gonna just start obliterating stuff. So inside, like, the conversation with Misty is wrapping up.
Fuck! I forgot people are still in there.
It's the part where I'm like, "Where's Clover?"
Yeah, and she's like, oh, we put all of the business dealings into Grandpa's name. And then you're like, oh my god, where is Clover? And then instantly, like, the front door just like caves in and explodes with like wood and stone and like chunks of plaster. And Misty like screams and like gets hit with some plaster, and she's like covered in like dust. And she's like, oh my god, what's happening? And this, like, Bigby's hand is just going through, like, swatting all of the furniture and, like, crushing it. Like, going up to your aunt's, like, extensive, like, the room where your grandpa's bedroom used to be is now, like, not like a wine cellar, but it's one of those, like, wine rooms that you'll see in, like, fancy restaurants. It just smashes through the glass and it's just, like, smashing, like, all of these bottles.
I don't think she's even looking at what it's doing. She's, like, subconsciously controlling it in a destructive manner, so you guys better fucking move, and I'm gonna be just focusing on my grandpa.
Misty is no longer charmed, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess if there's are you dropping it, or because we're kind of like getting a little
because she got hit by a door.
She doesn't get hit by the door. She got hit by like some plaster. It's not like doing damage. She's just like all dusty.
And if she doesn't get hurt, then we're all right.
No.
If she gets hurt, then...
Oh, I see.
Iris, you look like you wanted to say something.
Oh, I'm gonna ask Clover, do you want some magic beans?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I'll hand her a little good berry magic
Ego,
beans.
do you have prestidigitation? Like, are you the one that has that?
Well, so, hold on, really quick. Before we get to, like, that, as Saoirse, Dawn, Aurum, and Ego, you guys were all, like, in the house. Did any of you follow Clover to the shed?
Oh, yeah, I was
she
right
was like,
behind her. She wanted to make sure that the magpies
Yeah.
as soon as...
Okay. Is anyone, other than Aurum, still in the house? Or did you guys, the rest of you, go with Clover to the shed?
Oh, it's hard to decide whether I was gonna be in the house or stay with Clover. I think I want to be in the house.
Okay, so those of you that are in the house, you need to roll me some dexterity saving throws to exit the house. You need to beat Clover's spell save DC, because there's just like a giant Bigby's hand just going crazy in there.
Yeah.
This is probably the 8th 7 I've rolled tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Use a reroll.
I have a spell save of 17.
That's a 19 from me.
Okay, so you're able to get out without being harmed. You got a 7 plus 10 or more?
Plus 5. No, I'm not dexterous.
Okay. So, and then Ego.
Well, I think I would have been sticking pretty close with Clover this whole time.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Well,
so then
do I have danger sense? Because I'm not afraid, so I get to reroll that. I get advantage on.
You do.
Another 17.
2.
Oh,
so we're going with 7.
Okay, so Kristy, what's the damage that a Bigby's hand does when it's like the fist?
When it's the fist, let me check.
It's a lot.
5d8 force damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll 5d8 force damage.
Well, I did. It's 14.
Okay, so you take 14 points of damage, Aurum.
Sorry.
But yeah, so you can ask Ego if they have prestidigitation.
Uh-huh.
Can you help clean him up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I get outside?
Yes, you do. With that,
Okay.
you get like punched along the way, but you do get outside.
It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm gonna just clean you up.
Ooh, and what's your name? You don't Oh, who was that boyfriend that you had, Marigold? Was it, it was that Kenzo boy. Did you end things with Kenzo? I did like him a lot. He was very nice.
He's my husband.
I'm just a
Oh,
friend.
and you didn't invite me to the wedding?
Did he go to their wedding or didn't they elope?
They eloped.
We eloped. No one was with us. It was kind of spur of the
Oh.
moment. I'm sorry.
Well, if you renew your vows, I would love to be there for you.
Of course. We wouldn't want it any other way.
Ink, you look like you want to say some stuff.
No, this is ego like holding their wand over, being like, "Oh, this is so awkward," but I'm gonna press the digitate.
Yeah, and like you have
Clean
to be
him up a bit.
roll me like just like a spellcasting like check, like a d20 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, because like you can't just like whoosh press the digitate. Like when Clover like lifts Grandpa Yoshi up and like kind of pulls up his tunic, like he has some very deep bed sores like all over his back, and like you have to be like very gentle cleaning those because his skin could just like rupture open.
It's a 23.
Okay. Oh, you look Iris, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to druidcraft a little flower crown out of the names that she's heard so far are Marigold, Magnolia, and Clover, of people who don't suck. So we're gonna make it out of those. And then she's going to like place it on his head, and we're gonna just drop a little cure wounds with the like contact so that any kind of injury can be cleared up.
Yeah, and he again is like a 4 hit point. I mean, he's an old man. He's probably like a 2 hit point NPC. So I think the cure wounds is able to like help like the skin like recover where the bed sores are, but like they are like to an extent that like this is going to require like extensive like long-term, like he's gonna need a couple weeks to recover even with the magical healing. And Ego, with the 23 check, you are able to like weave your spell like very carefully. Maybe you're like humming like the like some of the tones from your blade song to help like guide the magic, but you're able to like clean him up in some of like the places like and be very like gentle around these like slowly healing bed sores, and you're able to like clean up his clothes. He smells a lot better now.
He's
Definitely. Yeah.
He's like sickly, right?
Yeah, he's a very frail old man, and like in addition to just being an old man, like he has been mistreated for like probably several months, and that has contributed to like the frailness and sickly state that he's in.
Don like goes from like watching the house like fall apart to like leaning down next to Clover and says, he seemed really fragile, so I don't want to do anything that would hurt him. But I think if he has any sicknesses or diseases, I could get rid of them. I can wait until he's looking better if you're worried that putting a hand on him would hurt him, though.
I think the sooner the better. He's been neglected too long, if you can try.
Yeah, then he'll reach out with a hand and use 5 points of his lay on hands pull, because it will cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. He probably was starting to develop like some gangrenous patches, like, and you know, just like when you have like bed sores, like your skin is like rotting out of you,
Right.
So you're able to like pull that putrescence, and then in tandem with like the cleaning that Ego is doing and the healing that Saoirse is doing, like he's definitely in a much better state. I think Dawn, just give me like a medicine check, Dawn. Because you're kind of like doing a body scan with the magic.
Yeah.
You can do it with advantage because you have 2 other party members that are doing like care and healing type things if you want.
Well, that's 2 12, so 10 minus 2, because he's not actually that good at...
Okay, so yeah, I think like any other conditions you're not necessarily like able to pick up at this time, but like the the disease that he has, like, from the bad sores, you're able to clear out of him. And I think he, like, looks over at you, Clover, and there's, like, a little bit of light that, like, brightens up in his eyes, and he, like, puts a hand on your face and like, looks at you, and you feel like he's really seeing you. And he says, well, I don't know who all these other people are, but I feel a lot better now.
I'm so sorry, Grandpa. I should have been here.
You don't have to be sorry. You're here now.
I am here now. And I'm gonna take care of you, okay?
Oh, I know you will. I'm so proud of you. You don't have to listen to what the others say. I spoiled them rotten.
A little bit. A little bit more than rotten, it sounds. That's not your fault. They're their own people. They made their choices.
And you're allowed to make your own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up at the...
He like looks at you, and as you're about to look up, he says, "Thank you, Clover." Which he almost never calls you by. He always calls you by your mother's name.
That breaks me, and I hug him.
Yeah, and he hugs you back, and you can feel his arms are still, like, kind of shaky. But he, like, with strength that I think surprises you, given, like, the pretty serious state of, like, neglect he's been in. Like, there's a lot of strength behind this hug as he pulls you in. And I think, like, you probably hear him hum, like, the family lullaby that you know that he would sing to your mother. And, like, as Clover is there, like, potentially crying in this moment, he, like, wipes your cheek with his, like, wrinkled little thumb. And he's like, "Oh, my girl, you don't have to cry. Grandpa's here.
Yeah.
Let me take care of you now."
I love you so much. I'm glad
I love you too.
Okay now. You're safe now. We'll protect you.
Stand.
Of course. I will help him stand. I'm gonna need someone else to help me because I am weak as fuck.
It shouldn't be hard for me.
Yeah, the spell only lasts...
help senior citizens.
Yeah, the spell only lasts a minute, so I'm gonna look up and see the damage.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, you haven't, like, the front door is punched through, and I think, like, Clover had at least enough, like, sense that, like, the bones of the house are still there. You need to just purge the rot. So I think your paw was mainly focusing on, like, some of the interior that's in there.
Exactly.
If you look inside, like, a lot of, like, the new, like, things that have been added and, like, the construction that was happening upstairs is just, like, torn apart. Your aunt is, like, kneeling in front of the house, just, like, crying, and your cousin Misty is there, like, kind of just, like, awkwardly, like, patting her on the back and just, like, looking like she doesn't want to be there, but feels like she has to. Yeah, like, Grandpa asks for your help to stand, and he, like, you guys can go fetch his, you know, he has, like, a cane that he walks with. It was, like, it was in the shed, but in a place that he couldn't reach, so you're able to go get that for him and, like, bring that to him, so that he can walk. And I think he, like, looks at you and says, "I think that maybe we should go get some apples. Is it apple season?"
I have some in here. Saoirse immediately picks up, like, an apple out of her basket. I actually have
steps away from the basket of apples.
No.
We'll get some apples and maybe some berries, and maybe if we're lucky, the grocery store might have a little bit of ice cream left. And if you'd like, we can go sit by the fields and look at the horses. You remember those Amphel Greys and Fancies? You loved them when you were a child. Do you remember when your mother and I would take you to go see them?
All the time, yeah.
Let's go see them.
Okay. Let's
I feel like she just wants to get him away from here. So she's not arguing, she's leading him that direction. She just needs him to get away from the space.
Yeah, and you can lead Grandpa Yoshi away from the Brightheart family home. And with that, we're going to call an end to tonight's session because we're a little bit over time here. So thank you, as always, to my players for joining me on these wild journeys. I appreciate you being here. Thank you to those of you that are participating in the chat and hanging out or like watching this now or in the future. We appreciate your patronage. Is there Fandelver and Below tomorrow?
Yes. We are back.
Fandelver and Below tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Air back. Anything else anyone wants to say before we go? Aside from the fact that Clover's family is really fucking bad people. Except for Grandpa. We love Grandpa Yoshi.
We love Grandpa Yoshi. We're gonna probably fuck up the family next week. This will not stand.
Yeah.
I haven't even told Clover about the
yeah, that's why I said next week if you tell her that. Oh man.
She's like, oh, I am not done. I'm coming back.
I'm not done.
Actually,
this is the line. They crossed it.
Yeah. Oh, did you, Kristy? I know that we were doing a lot of Kristy Clover things, so I don't know if you got it, but St. Andrew had given a D8.
Oh, I missed that. I will add that back in. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, St. Andrew, as always. But yeah, so the next time you are trying to uncover the weird smuggling ring that your family seems to have gotten involved in, and then you find out that your grandpa has been a victim of like extended elder abuse, so you have to save him and fuck up your family in the process. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you back here next week.
Hey, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.